What is going on, everyone? It's the Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports delight. I am your boy, Smooth.
And it's your boy Stanton, baby.
B. Baker.
When it's about sports,
It becomes our business.
And business just picked up.
what is going on, fellas?
What up, dog? Bow.
Hold on, give me fruit snacks.
Oh, my God. You can't fruit snack and jab at the same time, man. You miss us. When you miss practice, that's what happens.
Everybody know I do the knuckle punch with the right side.
Right. But you can just ball the snacks up, bow, and get back to your business.
Nah, bro.
That ain't how it works.
Conviction of the knuckle punch, you might break a snack.
Bring it.
You might break the snack
How?
with the conviction of the
How?
knuckle
The
punch.
conviction.
Houseway.
With the
Give me that
power.
right quick.
Nah, see.
You see that? Ain't nothing wrong with my candy.
That's because that was a weak ass fist clutch, okay?
Man, I ain't trying to knock the brother out, man.
You got to clutch with the power of your ancestors.
Bro, what in the
Okay?
fight club is you on right now? I don't want that kind of dap. That's why I'm glad I'm on this side of the table. Because it'll be a bell rung. You dap me like that. We going in.
So it'll be a bell run, yeah, because we're going to ring that one right there.
Man,
As you can tell, y'all, Stan is back in the
it's
getaway.
back, baby.
What's going on, y'all? Shouts out to longtime friend. You should know him, Eddie Williams from Gateway. Remember Ed? Remember
Eddie Williams.
Ed? Light
Damn,
skin,
man.
had the fro.
I got to see him, bro.
All right,
But what up, Ed? I know I'll probably know you if you went to Gateway for sure.
Yeah, he was the same class as me and Jared Baker and everything. So
Okay, yeah, I got him.
Yeah.
And he hooped too. I got to know him.
Oh yeah. So man, once again, this is your Wednesday night sports delight. Thanks for tuning in on another cold, wintry
Man.
St. Louis day in the Midwest. Speaking of which, man, I gotta say one thing. Something that just grinds my gears. For
Something
people,
that just creams your corn.
right.
Pause.
For people who have lived in St. Louis for more than 10 years,
Man.
stop saying this weather like y'all never experienced snow in y'all lives.
And stop
before.
reporting it on Facebook. It do this every year.
Every
It's an
year.
annual occurrence.
Nothing changes.
And if
First
you
of all,
weren't... Go ahead.
That is not true because I'll be damned if I remember the last time I could have wore shorts on Christmas. I'll be damned. 63,
Okay, now that...
Nope.
We
That's
get
different.
there.
That's
but
different.
snow... I can't believe it's snowing, really.
right.
I
can't.
Really.
thought we
It only
was
do it 5 times a year, at least.
Exactly.
Right.
We done had it 5 already. It's like I thought we was done. It was like, oh, you came back from
Oh, no, it ain't done until April. Please believe that.
Man, yeah, bottom
And some
line,
years might be
stop
May.
acting brand new, y'all. Y'all know how this weather is in the Lou.
And my
back.
years...
Another thing, another thing.
The thing I hate is the people that's been here over 10 years and still ain't got a winter coat. Y'all still double hoodieing it up.
Right. Come on now, grow up.
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all,
Oh,
you
fashion.
got to speak up.
It's a fashion
As a
statement.
member of the Big Negro Coalition, we don't be needing winter coats.
Okay, that's
We
you.
don't be getting cold.
But if your shoulders up like this the whole time, you need a coat. You can't relax your shoulders. You ain't dressed right. You ain't comfortable. And if I see another grown man with his hand in his pants, because he ain't want to get no gloves.
We still putting hands in pants.
I saw it today.
Al
man.
Bundy.
Dude was like, "What's up, bro? Hey man, I was boy. I'll punch you in the collarbone right now. Don't try to dab me with no damn. Nah,
Now punch you in your jaw. That's cold.
nah, he don't even deserve a jaw.
Bro, I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
gonna stop your breathing
I
for a
walked in the
second.
Red Lobster yesterday. That breeze slapped the hell out of my jaw.
Man,
I was just-
hello.
They was like, how can I help you? Say what? Like, they hit it right here. I'm like, ah.
Hey, that'd be the worst when the wind switch up. It was blowing from the left at first, and it come out the right, and you come out
around
somewhere and you hit you because you waiting on that left side.
Left side.
Right,
Strong side. Strong side.
man.
Man, shouts out to Joe from Joe Knows. She said, stand there again when I'm not on.
Hey, she feels some type of way.
We
bro.
gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. I should be here next week.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hold on.
that don't sound too confident, bro.
Check your calendar.
Hold on. Hold on. Might mess around. Actually have something planned. I'll just be planning stuff and be forgetting. If I have ever planned a show with you and I forgot,
Call him out.
Hey man, shout out to her for that
hey.
Batman logo on the wall. When I seen that picture, I was like, okay, that's dope.
Like he said on Facebook, if he has been not communicating with you, call him out on his ish.
Right, flat out.
Call him out on his ish. Get it
Hey,
right, y'all.
man.
2020.
but flat out, that last part was a joke because it ain't one show that I've missed. You can book it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't missed a day.
But once again,
Perfect
man,
attendance.
shouts out to everyone watching this show. If it's your first time, thank you. Share this stream with everyone. Make sure everyone goes to this page and hit subscribe and click on that
Bell.
because anytime we go live,
You'll be notified.
Yes, sir.
we have a great show tonight.
We do.
Shouts out, man, over these last few weeks, shoot, I could say months.
Yeah.
Just having great guests.
Yep.
With great guests again, last week we had Corey Bethany, the coach.
Coach.
Great job.
Bats.
He held down standing spot, the coveted
The
spot.
covenant. As if he typed on his little
That's
YouTube
damn right.
comment.
Y'all saw my comment. With great seats come great responsibility.
There it is.
Ain't nothing great about this
Once
seat.
again, consistently every
You ain't never been able to sit
I
here,
sure ain't.
brother,
I don't want to.
and you never will.
I saw what you ate before we started the show. I don't want to sit over there.
What?
It
Damn.
might be a little warmer than my seat.
Oh Lord.
Jesus.
I'm good
I don't know
over
why
there.
he's spreading all this, all of this
I'm
blasphemy.
straight. I'm straight. But and once again, shouts out every other
You the one
Wednesday.
drinking McDonald's soda. We don't know.
I sure did, bro.
What about to happen to you?
It's gonna happen.
And then last week, man, he was coughing so bad doing the end of the show.
Man, I don't
And
know
especially
what I
after the show.
had, but to the glory of God, I appreciate you for lifting me out of that, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, because I could not stop coughing for 3 weeks.
Man.
Man, I don't know what was happening, and I wasn't even coughing until I got here. So I was like, man, look,
I mean, he just came out of nowhere. Hey, you was here when Banote was here, and he just
started choking. Hey, out of nowhere, out of nowhere. I had Tourette's or
It
something.
was the Holy Ghost. That's what we said.
Yeah, man. Man.
Believe it now, ain't you?
Hey, boy, if I'd have been doing it this week, I'd have been somebody Barnes or somewhere like, hey, man, fix me.
The power of Christ compels you.
Man, like straight up, man, I was being somebody's respiratory unit because, man, my breathing was not right.
All right, so
Somebody
my
take me to the
bad.
respiratory
My
care.
bad, y'all. Once again, shouts out to Joe. Every other Wednesday, you check her out as we discuss
It is
basketball and
warm
hockey.
here.
Man,
Always warm.
All of a sudden, it's kind of like crept up. There you go.
There we go.
You put on 70 or 65 now.
He trying to touch everything.
Yeah, we got too many Negroes in the room now.
Man, something going on. And I got this young thermal on, man. Look.
Oh Lord.
All right, so yeah, speaking of guests, man, we have another great show.
2000s rap star right now with this thermal on.
Damn.
And you dressed like an oversized kid show star. With that purple shirt. What's happening? What you want to do?
Kid Bomb store
I wore
Man.
these colors specifically today.
for one
You
person.
like a youth leader.
I'll take it. You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy about it?
Youth leader.
Why this shirt from when I was a youth kid?
I already know.
Man, if I was a dog, I had that button. Oh my God.
Man.
That's
I was about to
exactly
start
what
doing
it is.
suicide when he took that jacket off. Like, here we go.
Here we go. damn Stanton.
Damn stand.
All right,
Y'all
y'all
got, y'all give me back lip. Everybody on the
Everybody on the line.
line. Everybody. I said I was doing on the line.
On the line.
God
Matter of fact, since y'all get smart, get on the wall.
Oh, that hurt. That
Arms
hurt my
out.
feelings.
Man,
Squat.
bring my boy in, man.
Hey, here
bring
we
my
go.
boy.
All right,
In the
so
rain, like
once
Bring him
again,
in,
man, we've had some special guests coming up and holding things down. We are about getting their story told, man,
Yeah.
and I've been getting a lot of feedback. People are loving how we have been, having these great shows. Not saying that we wasn't doing it before, but it just keeps getting better and better.
It's more personal now.
And-
Shout out to everybody for opening up. when they
Yeah,
got
man.
in,
Because, you didn't have to, but y'all did, so thank you. And the story keeps being told on a night in which we are dedicating the show to Kobe. We're going to have a segment for him, and we'll all discuss it. But for right now, just want to go ahead and bring over to your cameras, presenting, you know what, B. Baker? Go ahead and do it, man.
This is my dog right here, man. So I'm gonna keep it real short because I know he don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is my guy, Mr. Champ. Y'all, I mean, he got me into coaching when I was fighting it. This brother always positive all the time. Hashtag never been a hater. This is my guy right here, man. One of the most positive guys I know, man. So I had to beg this brother to be on the show, man, because I really wanted y'all to get a chance to hear his story, get some positivity, and see what he doing in the community. So without no further ado, I want to introduce y'all to my guy, Mr. Ronell Champ Johnson.
Champ is here.
Senior, what's going on, brother?
Damn, brother, the whole government.
All day, man.
Social
I don't even
Security.
know if he's a senior. I just threw it out because his son ain't
The whole
Champ.
government, including the suffix.
Because he deserved it. He deserved it, man. This is my guy right here.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
I'm just
Appreciate
saying, we
you
put
coming.
nicknames on the screen for a reason, brother.
I'll tell my old government. I don't care. We ain't got nothing to hide. We ain't got nothing going on with us, bro. Now you.
Oh,
And all that traveling you doing?
you gonna go outside after the show? You gonna see the blue out there waiting.
Right.
There we go.
He just had to throw my name on
Oh,
it.
wait a minute! Shouts out to Brian Turner, the legend.
Oh, okay. BT,
real
what up, man? BT.
Hey, B, we had a discussion about you
Yeah,
last
yeah, we
week.
sure did.
So definitely check out our show from last week when we had your boy Corey Bethany on, and it was a segment
Yeah.
that we had called
Yeah,
"Is
man.
Your Leader."
Hey, man, shout out to you for giving me the rock at the end of the game at the Y, man. Put me on the spot. So
There it is. and real quick, B,
Yeah.
Brian Turner, we want to get you on the show, man. So hit us up and let's make things happen so we can have your story be told. But once again, Champ Johnson, how you doing, man?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm honored right now.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.
man.
Yeah, man.
You discussed your story a little bit on Facebook, but for those watching now on the big channel,
Big channel.
people watching, they waiting. Let everybody know a little bit about yourself, man.
Champ J, St. Louis, born, raised, good guy. Murphy Blair, apartment complex. Grew up down there with my cousins. Got blessed. My mom was being raised by a single mother, and of course my aunts and my big cousins. My mom got blessed to be able to be married. Some guy, my father made an honest woman out of her. He was my stepfather at the time, but that's the only thing I know is he's my only father. Got a chance to move up out of there. Then we moved to the north side. Started feeling what it's like just to have two-family home. Grew up there. The 90s hit like everybody else, and, you know, kind of the drugs hit my family. Bounced back, survived from that. My parents clean now. Through those trials and tribulations, though, it kind of shaped and molded me, even through those hardships. And that's when Brian knew me. I was kind of acting out in school a little bit, not even a little bit, just probably wanting to be seen, need some attention, just crying out for love during the times of my hardship with my parents. As that went on, I always dabbled in music. I went to performing arts school, of course, you know, with Brian. I always dabbled with music. That always been my first passion. Forgive me, brother. That always been my first passion, the music. Fast forward to graduating high school, become my own man. Still shaping and molding myself through some experiences from my younger adolescence. Moved on past that, got into coaching. Been doing that like, I'm damn near GOAT probably, right? Humbly speaking. I've probably been doing that probably about 17 years, bro. And coaching, actually, to be honest with you, I probably never told nobody this. Coaching saved my life because I wasn't looking to do it. Some kids, I used to go on these trips. You know how the JFL teams just go to Florida every year?
Right.
So my girlfriend at the time, which is my wife now, her little brother was playing. And, of course, so me, being in the environment I come from, that's a free trip to Florida. Brother ain't never left where his environment. So go to Florida on the way back. The head coach, which is my son's godfather, Andre Williams, he said he not coaching basketball. You know, typically at the football season in JFL, basketball transitions around December. Still the same way right now if you 8th grade and younger. So he said he ain't coaching. So all the kids, you know, they like me because I'm the young guy with the energy, right? They like, well, Coach Ronell. And I'm like, man, please. I'm a football player by choice. But they called my number, and I went out there and did it, man. First year, I took some bad L's, learned a lot. But the most thing I learned over everything, everybody ain't going to the league. But if you can deposit something in those kids and give them a chance, a shot, a vision about life and change their trajectory, I think that's the biggest part of all of it. And so with that being said, we got under my umbrella alone through Coach Andre, because nothing is not godfathered under him. But we got a group of 30-year-old men right now. So we saved each other lives. They come back right now to this day. They give back to the kids that I deal with now to this day. All of them. I want to say all of them. It's not a bad number because I'm not knocking nobody, but everybody out that first group is doing good. Nobody on drugs. We had one guy that kind of got in a little trouble, but he beat that. He doing good. He's standing on his feet now. We got one guy who he beyond successful as far as his professional career. We got one guy playing overseas. Everybody just average citizen, beyond average citizens. They good guys taking care of their kids, so they're doing the right thing. So with that being said, that's a success in itself, in my opinion.
Right.
With that, from there, then I get my wife pregnant. We end up having our son, my first son, and so I get back in it, and here we go again. So now we raising him up, and so now they sophomores in high school, 16U. They'll be going on the road this summer, the AAU circuit. And by the way, I'm gonna pub this. The Go Live team that we deal with, I name my AAU team is called Go Live. Like we really like, humbly speaking, like we really on the level. Whatever the level is, I feel like we there. To win 45 games over the summer and lose 5, you Final Four in everything that you do. Elite 8 one time. Final Four in everything you do or championship, that says a lot about your program. So I definitely want to pub that. Shout out to Coach Pep, who came up with the title, the name of Go Live. But with that being said, that's kind of it, man. And here we go today. And we got the younger team, we got the first grade team, and we got a kindergarten team. So the cycle keep being repeated. And all groups are successful.
What was your motivation to do what you do now, especially in coaching?
As far as the coaching, man, just being able to see the effect that you can have on young men's lives, bro. Because as you know, like even me coming up, I remember in the Murphy Blur, I think the man name was Mr. Washington. When Mr. Washington come pick you up in the big white van that said Sunshine Nation or whatever it was.
Yeah.
When Mr. Washington come pick you up, you want to get in that van and you don't want to be left behind in that van to go run a track meet, to go play baseball down at the park, whatever that looked like. And so I still remember those days, like, and so for just a kid to be able to stick with it, and now the stage is being even bigger now as far as like the exposure kids getting, that alone is giving people hope, man. And also, like, say for instance, AAU basketball in the summertime, you traveling, let's say, last year we hit about 5 states, and kids got to go to Vegas. Now, God bless, humbly speaking, my son probably get to go to Vegas because he got the parents to do it, right? But the rest of those kids, they probably never get to see nothing like that. So not only are they playing basketball at the highest level, they being able to see something different. It takes their mind off of, so you ask me my motivation, it takes their mind out of whatever they dealing with on a day-to-day basis and give them something. It's supposed to give them something to strive for, something to look forward to. So that alone is inspiration. Even when it's draining, bro, no matter what, I be like, I'm done. Pep, I'm done. And we show right back up. We show right back up and do it year in and year out. And it's just important, man, because really, in my opinion, we all born to do something, right? If you're not, and I've been speaking this, if you're not leaving the earth better, if you're not changing something on earth, you're not influencing somebody, then you're not really doing your job. We all here to touch somebody, make something better. If only thing that you're doing is taking, and you're not reciprocating what somebody's giving you, then you basically, I don't want to disrespect nobody, but you're not doing your job.
Right.
So we are here to make something better.
Right.
And so that's my motivation, brother.
That's what it is, man. Especially that story you just told us about, as a youth and your parents. So I'm pretty sure that's something that you think about. Like you don't want to have that next person experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And side note, my mama and daddy are the greatest parents that God created. They had their rough time. They was in their 20s, but they dope as ever. They still together. They strong. And they doing good. And they healthy. And, I love my parents. And ain't nothing they don't do for me. I'm still a baby.
Yeah.
You trip with me, you
I
trip
actually
with them.
ran into them when they was in Vegas.
Okay.
You know,
Coach B show was
we
out
on
there.
our way to Vegas, and
Yeah.
I see him at Tip, and it was just him and his wife with all the players. They got to handle all of them, you know what I'm saying? Even his young son, Parker. And so I got an opportunity to actually, I put my trip, I had to cancel some stuff, so I had to go see them, man. I used to coach them guys, man. So I was like, I got to go to one of the games. So I went through a lot trying to get there, but it was worth it, man. And the funny part about that was Bronny was in town playing right down the street.
Yeah.
So my Uber driver was like, So you used to coach Bronny James? I'm like, nah, my guys, they better than him. That's you know how I am, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you want to see some good ball, go see them.
I wonder where he got that from.
Man, but hey, when I got there, they blew them guys out, man. It was unfair. They killed them guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I was just so proud of not only the work that him and his wife do, but just to see them guys come up, because I hadn't seen them in like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I hope these dudes. I talk to them every now and then, but I haven't seen them play. So for me to watch the maturity in them, one of them played for the V, Ramirez.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he, sophomore?
Yeah.
Yeah, he on the squad too. So, you know, just to see them guys starting to make noise around the city, like I said with Jalen when they won the championship for Eastside, when they won state, you know, that was one of our players. And just to watch them guys right now. Yeah, Bird, yeah.
Yep, shout out to Bird.
Yeah, man, just watching them guys and watching his imprint on how he was on them guys every day, man. Like, I was there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the coach that kind of felt bad for him. You know what I'm saying? Because, and that's what made us a perfect pairing.
Yeah, true.
Because I was like, kind of like, he was like the fire, and I was like the calm after that. You know what I'm saying? He'll get on them real hard, and he'll send them down to me. And then I'll be like, yo, man, you know, coach love y'all, man. You know, just make sure you do this, do that, blah, blah.
Right.
But the way he stayed on them is the reason why they as good as they are now. And I learned that from him.
I appreciate that, bro.
So we have some comments. Shouts out to Nicole Stevenson. She says, Coach Champ.
What up, Miss Nicole?
Then we have Stacy
How's the
Klaus.
style?
She says, gentlemen, good evening. So how you doing, Stacy? Good to see you.
What up, Stacey?
Once again, we need everyone. I mean, not see you, but thanks for watching us, and good to see you on our comments again. But we need everyone, by the way, to share this stream with all your followers on Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. Let everyone know about this show going down. Marcus Goins says, way to go, champ. Keep doing what you
Mr.
do.
G, one of my favorite mentors.
We have Malcolm Crawford says, champ telling the truth. He was not a basketball mind at the beginning, but his life lessons still stick with me to this day. I love you, champ.
Malcolm
Then we
Crawford.
got that Damo. Hashtag go live.
Yes, sir.
Go live. Damo. Is that Damo from U City?
Damo, let them know where you from, who you with.
I'm glad he put a comment so everybody can see how y'all spell it too.
Right, there it is. So once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports delight. We have, once again, the incredible show. Champ is in the building.
Yes, sir.
So B told us a story last week about how you pretty much got him into coaching.
Yeah.
What was it about B that you say, you know, I got to have you on, man?
So, man, wow. Wow. First of all, I'm not ego driven, right? And so, and second of all, I think a great leader has to realize what his weaknesses are. And, you know, one weakness that I know I can have is time. The second one could be time is one, because I don't have time to do everything. So you need a strong assistant. Second thing, I knew he had a basketball mind. The third thing, what I didn't know that worked perfect, I didn't know where his patience was at. And his patience was the opposite. It was the yin and the yang. And I knew B did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I always had respect for how he carried himself, because he actually was living down the street from my mother-in-law at the time. I always had respect for how he carried himself, always stand up, following on YouTube. He was always motivated about life. And that and actually, I'm going to be honest with you, if I never shared this, the dude never, I don't want to say never complained, because I think that's almost impossible from a positive, sending in a positive way, but he always can find, I remember, can I share the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I be all the way honest?
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember one time we had to go to Indiana and the rooms was an X amount of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
And B, he couldn't afford the room, but instead of just comping out saying that he couldn't go, he humbled himself. He stayed a hotel or two over. No disrespect, but it wasn't really up to par, but he didn't complain and he showed up. That type of perseverance, bro, and not giving up. Like, most people would have been like, I ain't got it, I ain't going, F it. You know what I'm saying? But that alone, like him just being there as president, I think we got thumped one time that game by these Caucasian kids. But still in all, just that, man, him being humble, it actually helped us out, and he hooped. So now, what Malcolm was talking about, when you got a mind, I always don't have a basketball mind. I ask anybody, whoever, my son will tell you, you get jabbed, you jab back. It's the same thing. That's my approach on anything in life. So I knew he can bring that element, and I learned from him also why I had him there in my tenure. So it worked out perfect. And I wasn't letting him off the hook. He was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
He was
like,
on me, bro.
Nah, brother, come on with it. You
Yeah.
ain't got to do much. Just come on with it.
Yeah.
And I think, let me say this one more time. At that time, I was traveling so much, working. So it was days I just couldn't make it. Or it'd be days that I'd be out of town trying to get right back for a practice or something. And dude was always on time. He never complained about having to drop a kid. That's what come with it. Drop a kid off, pick a kid up, make sure a kid get a burger, whatever it was, like he made sure he did what was in his realm. So I think it was a perfect match. And I think he had not spent that time with us, I don't think I'd be sitting here today.
That's what's up. And Damo said this Bobby Peoples.
B,
That's it.
my dude, hey, his son, LB, his son, nice, man. His son, a 5-year-old, he nice, bro.
Okay.
Y'all think I'm exaggerating this.
Antonio Smith says, Champ, congrats, most humblest person I know.
Antonio
Roger
Smith,
that.
I think that's my mechanic. He a solid dude. Anybody need their car fixed,
There it is.
honest
Plug.
mechanic.
I need one.
I promise to God, he just rebuilt my
Perfect
whole
timing.
Chevy
What you do to your car?
for a good
No, I
price.
need some improvements on it.
Yeah,
I'm like, dang.
Nah,
Antonio,
it's-
solid
it's-
dude, yep.
Yeah.
You have any questions, Stan?
I don't have any questions. I just want to commend you for the work that you're doing with our youth, especially our young men, because there's a lot for them to do, but they're not always exposed to what there is for them to do.
True.
So for you to be working with them, and I know you said one of the ages is as young as kindergarten?
we got a kindergarten group and a first grade group.
From kindergarten to first grade all the way up to like what, high school?
So we had three groups that I'm directly hands on
Okay.
with. We got a kindergarten, a first grade, and we got a 16U with they sophomores right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you, if it works right, I'm pretty sure that the relationship will be there to where it's past the groups that are there, like in the college, adult.
It has no
all
way,
that
man.
stuff.
When it's authentic and you real and you doing it for the right reason. Like my first grade parents would tell you, like, one thing I'm big on. Now let me not sound ignorant, right? And this will get me in trouble in the world with these other dudes, right? I don't always chase the talent. I'd rather deal with the individual and the family, and let's mold that. And we can build the rest of it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm always looking for 2 left feet.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But I'm saying I'm not turning the kid away. So, like, say, for instance, right now, my first grade team, I honestly believe in my heart. That we won't lose to anybody who's our age. It hasn't happened. We lost 2 times to kids our age. Same team, the set of twins, they pretty good. Lost to them twice. I respect them. I'm never going to be mad. I'm never going to hate that we lose. But any loss that we had outside of those 2, which probably about 10 to 12, we lost to people either stacking their team with older kids because they heard about us, or either we took the challenge of playing up. I'm not exaggerating any of this. If any of my parents are on right now, they'll tell you the truth. And the other thing that I commend myself on, that's what I take pride in. I believe in doing the work. So say, for instance, us 4 coming in. I'm not going to go try to recruit another you. I'm going to motivate you to get better. Because guess what? They kids. They got so much room to grow. If you just chasing every superstar, you're not coaching. That's just my point of view.
That's facts.
Now, when you get to a certain level in high school, some
He's
things
speaking the
have.
word here.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain level in high school, some things have to change. We gotta be honest. If you ain't cut out by then. But I believe in being loyal and trying to develop a product versus just want to chase a ready-made product. That's always been me. So we 7 deep right now, or 8 deep on our first grade team, and we playing with a 5-year-old that's really playing major minutes. And so, yeah, I take pride in that part, brother.
That's what's up.
So, what sports did you play back in high school?
So, first of all, I was always in trouble.
Straight
Hey,
up.
that's a sport too.
Right.
Shoot.
Yeah.
These real
Streets,
facts, bro.
boy.
These
Yeah.
real facts. I ain't exaggerating. I'm not glorifying it. But the one thing that my parents know that my heart was probably broken, right? And anybody this is true. I went to VAP. We didn't have a football team, so I ended up going to Beaumont, and I ended up actually playing on the JV. I don't know if it was JV. I don't know what it was back then, but it wasn't varsity. But I actually was getting major minutes, and we had the way the team was structured. I'm so honest, man.
We need that. Hey, transparency
Yeah.
is needed nowadays.
Yep.
We had two tandems of backs. It was my guy Marcus and myself. He was fullback. I was tailback, and it was a guy named Alex, and I forgot the other guy who was his fullback. Now Alex, I'm gonna be honest, he was more shifty a back than me. He was a little bit bigger. He was a little bit more skilled than me. I'm gonna be all the way honest, but I think we was a better duo, and so they actually had us penciled in on the depth chart starting. He quit. My man quit. My fullback quit, and I end up falling by the wayside, basically like second string, just getting touches. But I never quit that season. But that's one thing that I just wish I would have stuck with, because I think I had a promise with it. Pretty swift, quick, shifty, can catch, can run, ain't scared to stick. I run up, take the contact, all that. You know what I'm saying? Everything that my sons got now, both of them from the heart point of view, I had that. Never was afraid. And so if I could have, I would have stuck with that. I probably would have stole somebody's scholarship, and it could have been different. But it is what it is. But I'm here today though, so we Gucci.
Yeah, it is.
I feel that. That's how I was in my Jewish league. I had them boys.
Oh my God, we bringing that up again, man.
Hey,
Man, if you don't leave them kids alone, man.
hey, bruh.
The yarmulke, yeah.
First of all,
That's why you wear that hat all the time.
First of all,
business with a yarmulke.
First of all, the kids weren't Jewish. Okay? It was just in a Jewish income neighborhood,
Gotcha.
in Jewish income league.
Okay,
so
it's all love.
We
right.
Yeah,
we definitely ain't hating.
Shout out
to
all y'all. I don't remember none of y'all names. It's been a minute. Income levels we had to stop around like fifth grade.
Man. Hey, I already know. That's why I had to leave Gateway. I went to private school. My mom was like, "This your last year."
Hey, that's the same thing my mom said.
Yeah,
this
your last year. And boy, that next year, boy, I was introduced to the killers, boy.
Dude, exactly. Like you said, we came from a Christian private school about maybe 200.
Hold on. Tell them, dude. Our school was in a basement.
Yeah.
Like we were secluded.
We
went to Gateway Christian.
Yeah.
And we were secluded from the world, bro. Like I stayed in Walnut Park, but I never went around the neighborhood, nothing like that, until I went to public school. So up until I was 12 years old, I had no idea about the streets. You know what I'm saying? I boxed and all type of stuff like that, but if somebody came and wanted to fight me, I wouldn't even know how to act. You know what I'm saying? And it showed when I went to public school.
You want to fight? Yeah, what's up?
Oh man, I ain't never seen nobody get that mad. You know, usually it's like you dap up and then fight.
Wait a minute. You
I'm gonna tell you for real, bro.
This isn't friendly sport.
Man, so we went to school in the basement, and no lie, it was 4K through kindergarten. Then once you get to 5th grade, you go down the street. No lie, the whole basement, 5th grade through 12th grade.
Yep.
So you in school, high school, and middle school, all us in the same basement, just switching classes.
Yep.
So we don't know nothing about nothing. Bro, my first day in public school, I get on the bus. I got on some red chucks. And I get on the bus, and I see everybody just looking at me. And I sit in the front, because I'm like, what's up with these cats? So I sit down. So this dude named Ant, shout out to Ant, he get up. And he like, what's up, bro? You stay on that street? I'm like, yeah. He like, what house? I'm like, that White House down there. Yeah, good, because we going to blow that mother up when the dead come.
Where your mama stay?
Yeah, I done told, I'm the gullible little Christian kid. I'm like, yeah, right there, man, you know.
Look, these
Boy, hey, man.
Hey, so look,
we gonna blow your
man.
And that's before I go real quick. Gerald Harsley says, proud of you.
Oh, Mr. Gerald, what up, man?
Damo says facts. And the Jawan of Washington says, my man. Then we got Rico. Is that Belafonte?
Belafonte.
My right says, big bro, Champ J looking like money. Congrats, Dope Pot. Thank you for showing love once again.
Yes,
everyone share this stream with
Shout out
your
to y'all.
sports friends.
Hey, shout out to my family watching too, man. My
Shout out to
wife
all
and my beautiful sons.
Yeah. Hey, and Tiffany was, she was so poised when she used to hoop, man. I used to like watching her play when she played.
Them bigger up.
Oh, man, that's hey, Tiff, I got you. Tiff played varsity since freshman year, bro, and she was getting it, dog. She could ball, man. Forget what Tiff finna say. He hating. I thought he never been a hater, but he hating right now because Tiff used to get money. Tiff was that. Hey, her and Kanika played on the same team over here at Kanika. Okay, yeah. They was all together, man. All them, they just didn't have enough pieces, man. But she could hoop, man.
Yeah, that was funny. They debate my kids was just asking where they get it from, and I was honest. You know, I'm I'm an athlete, but I wasn't a hooper. See, I'm an athlete, but it's a difference when you're a hooper. I think hoopers can do almost anything because a football player, in my opinion, no disrespect, my opinion on you, you can be strong, but you don't really have to be athletic. You can run, but you don't have to really be athletic. Basketball players, you got to run, you got to be able to jump, you got to be able to cut. It's just a little bit different. So if you're a solid hoop, I think you can play football.
Thanks.
But my kids just had this talk this morning, man, or yesterday morning, like where we get it from. And so, Tiff, I'm gonna give you that one. My kids, man, I think they're extraordinary people over everything.
Yep.
But I think they competitive nature, both of them, I think is way different. And I think that's, you know what? I can't even take it. I gotta say it's a balance of me and her because she ain't. I just told her this morning. Matter of fact, we just had this talk. I just told my kids that her persistency is something that I don't have. My hustle is, she probably got it, but I think those two things together, that we both got this heart, like we got this grit. I think it just molded them to be the most fierce competitor, both of them. And if you watch the 15-year-old when he was the 6-year-old's age, they doing the same thing. I'm talking about they not ducking no wreck, they not ducking no fades, none of that. They with all the smoke, as they say, tough as nails, man. And you know, from a parent point of view, you just want to sit back and watch them. From a coaching point of view, you got to cultivate all that energy. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure it's going to the right place. But yeah, man, this. And anybody watching this, man, I heard Mr. Horsley on here. I heard Mr. G on here. You know, we ain't got that much longer to watch our kids do it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to show up while we got this opportunity because they, you know, especially the ones in high school, they golden years. Yeah. And I love, hold on, let me say this. One thing I took pride in, I don't give a hell what's going on. If my oldest son played 1,000 games, I probably was at 985.
Yeah.
Promise you.
Yeah.
No, I promise you. And the 15, I don't care if I don't care if I left from Memphis and he played at 6 o'clock. I got done working in Memphis at 2 o'clock and I got back to St. Louis. There been times I did that and went right back to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So
dedication.
I take pride in that, and I do it for the young one too, man. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. Two things. I think you may know this person. Goated champ dash YT says, "Hi, Dad. You the real champ."
I love my kids.
What you just said with your story, and in regards to being involved, do you see that as being a big problem nowadays with these kids and just the youth overall?
So I don't know who watching this. Wow. But I know I can tell you this, even for my first group that's 30 years old now, and my 30-year-olds, they was weighing in. The older they get, the more the participation drops off, the more that the weight is on the coach. So if your program or organization don't have a big bag behind you, whoever's running that ship, they going to feel the pressure. The 15-year-old kid don't know nothing besides, hey, we supposed to be going to play in Indianapolis this weekend. They don't know the logistics on what it takes to rent the van to get there, what it takes when they only get sent with $25 for a whole weekend, who got to pick up that slack. Like all of those things, but it's a lot of work, bro. But the participation, it drops off. When your kid is young, everybody happy. The gym packed. You know what I'm saying? The gym is packed. All the mamas in there. But it's just like us. Let's be honest. As we got older a little bit, you know, we start getting a little bit more responsibility. And some of the parents and slowly dropped off. What I would encourage you to do is don't let it drop off. You know what I'm saying? Your kid is still a kid, even up until they damn near 21. Now you stop parenting a little different because they got to learn some things on their own, but you don't stop showing up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a testament that had somebody still showed up, I would have still been playing at Beaumont or wherever school I could have played at. And so, hopefully, kind of answer the question.
Oh yeah, it was definitely fine. When do you have that fine line as a coach, coaching your sons, of being that coach and being that dad?
So, tough question. And I think I figured it out. Honest to God, I think I figured it out right when he left. 7th grade, man. And if I'm lying, you know, tell me if I'm lying. 7th grade, I think that my oldest son, he probably gonna kill me. I think that his level of competition was way different. I seen him do stuff to anybody, to everywhere we went. I seen him step up and accept the challenge. When you competing like that, kind of remind you of Kobe. It's kind of you damn near got to be crazy to compete at a high level. Just look at Westbrook, right? You got to be damn near crazy to compete like that. But it also can be hard to coach because they might be so in the zone. You might say a little thing, and if I got a strong personality, and he's still a boy, and he say the wrong thing, maybe the right thing the wrong way, egos clashing. So we did have some tough times, you know what I'm saying? We did, but one thing I never did, I promise you, I never lied to him, not even a young one. I never falsely told him somewhere where he was at, as far as his skill or where he was at as far as his talent. I never told him somewhere. I never gave him nothing that wasn't his. But yeah, to answer your question, it do get challenging because it's a fine line. Like yesterday, I had my young son did something, and what the good thing is though, it's facts. If they watching this, and I'm glad my wife watching this. If you do it for the right reason, you'll be good. Instance, my oldest son, he's able to check my youngest son, but that's only because I ain't let him get away with nothing.
Right.
Nothing. So everything that I want to repeat to my youngest son, yesterday I didn't even have to do it. He in the back seat just checking him like, this ain't what you do. That ain't how you do it. That's weak. Now we talk like this, bro. That's weak. He telling him. He don't want to hear it. The 6-year-old don't want to hear it because guess what? The 15-year-old don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it when somebody telling you right. Nobody. It's human nature, right? But I think it's important to hold everybody accountable, no matter how uncomfortable the situation is. No matter how uncomfortable the situation is, no matter how uncomfortable the conversation is. And I think that I honestly believe that my oldest son will be more successful only because I kept it real with him.
Yep.
I loved him hard, but I kept it real with him.
Man, speaking of Lil Temp, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. That was the hardest kid I've had to coach because of the reasons he just said. Like I struggled probably for like 2 or 3 months because I didn't know how to get through to him. You know what I'm saying? I knew where he was coming from as a fiery kid myself, but like he the kid that if you take him out the game, he real mad. Yeah.
Part of it is though because he know what he at that time he knew what he was giving.
Yeah.
He knew what he was giving.
Yep.
And I'm trying to play it right as the father, like I don't want to leave him in so long.
Yeah.
But really, a lot of the times in that moment, I should have left him in.
Yeah.
If we just talking real, if we just being real.
And that's what I was finna touch on, because no, you good, but that's what I was finna say, because like it's like we talking about Kobe and Westbrook and all them. So when you know you the difference maker on the floor, every second you're not in the game, you feel like you letting your team down. And so it was hard for me to get him to understand why these other kids had to be in the game at that point. You know, even when he was in foul trouble, whatever like that. And like I said, it's just, that's why I was blessed to work with them guys and work with the group that we had and everything like that. And that dude taught me the most patience out of everybody. You know, like he just gave me that excellent compliment about being patient. It was because I learned like, and that's what a lot of coaches don't understand. You can still learn from these kids.
Yeah.
Don't just be the person that's telling them what to do all the time.
True.
Sometimes you got to take a step back, and like I said, sometimes we took a loss on purpose. He you know, we just like, you know what, let them learn and let them go out there and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, and just learning from him, and one other thing, the best thing I seen him do, I remember we were struggling. I think we was in Farmington, and we had bad refs, and the kids was frustrated, and they just wasn't giving us nothing, man. And we stepped back. It was his idea. And we let the parents tell them what they was doing wrong. Because we're like, it ain't just us. Y'all think we just getting on y'all. And the parents stepped up, and then they told us what we was doing wrong. They didn't hold back nothing, man. And I was like, man, it's a real family right here, bro. And so we traveled with them and all that little stuff like that. And I continue to watch, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was just so proud of them guys when I seen them in Vegas. You know, we getting on the plane, I seen him. And he's like, yeah, we got a game. And I just lit up when I seen them little guys, man. So everything he's saying, he dead on, man. This real talk right here, bro.
Coach influence. Who was a coach that you've seen or met, or just like, you know what, I admired that coach. I want to follow that and add my own thing to it.
To be honest with you, I don't really got one. I came in under, like I say, my kid's godfather, Coach Andre, and forget the coaching part. He was a real person. He was a difference maker. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, like, it's nothing. I talked to his wife not even 2 hours ago. To this day, it's nothing that Andre won't tell me to do that I won't do, even if it's damn near close to wrong, because he damn near close to genius. And so I got to try it. And that's who I came in with. That's who raised a lot of these coaches. I don't think he get his flowers. I think he is the GOAT. Mr. Fatburger himself, I think he is the GOAT, in my opinion only. Now, as I got in the game, because I wasn't studying it, you know, it's some people that I watched. It's not, I respect a lot of people, but I think I just patterned my own style, bro. Just being me, being authentic, and just being me, just being real over everything. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna be real and I'm gonna do my damn best to be fair. And so that's who I patterned mine after, Andre Big Dog Williams.
Did you coach high school basketball too?
Nah, I might be dabbling a little bit soon.
Breaking news.
All right.
I might be dabbling a little bit soon. I'm a spark. So another thing about me, the difference between me, Pep. Let's touch on Pep briefly. Pep is a young guy, 25 years old, graduated Columbia College. I turned my whole situation over to Pep. I knew that my ceiling had been reached. I don't think too many people can do that. Right. So the point that I'm making is that I'm not afraid to be a team player, and I'm also not afraid to follow. You know what I'm saying? Not be a follower, follow.
Right.
I don't always have to headline everything. I got enough space. I did it. I got enough accolades individually, not publicly notified, but I done enough work. So when it's time to follow, any leader knows when it's time to follow, it's okay to follow. You know what I'm saying? So we work hand in hand. I gave it over to him. And I just think it's important to know when that time up. I think that people hold on for ego too long. I just think it's important to know, like, when it's time to make a change. You hear it all the time. My voice ain't working no more. It happens. That don't mean you washed up. Do something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go create another situation. Change some more lives. Get them to somebody else. You never not gonna be not part of it. You never not gonna be not part of them. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that early. But yeah.
And B mentioned something last week that caught my attention. He didn't give us the full story because he wanted to make sure that you was here first. But he said that you pretty much was picking up the pieces that Larry Hughes didn't want.
No, I wasn't Larry. No.
Who was it?
I thought you said it was D1.
No.
Okay.
I want to be clear. It was another organization. So what happened was, and nothing I'm saying is negative.
Right,
I'm just saying my truth. I was not trying to be back into the head coaching position. Shout out to Mr. Horsley, who was watching this. True story, if he's still on here. We had a specific team, a group of kids that I kind of helped put together. Once again, I wasn't trying to be the head. I can just play a role, in my opinion. And we had got very good to the point that I think we went to nationals second grade, and we took I think we did top 10 or 11 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it happened. And third grade year, we did the same thing, basically duplicated that. We went I think I remember the record, 60 and 11. Come fourth grade year, I know the notoriety is so big, whatever the fourth grade team is, we are the top, and maybe whoever else. Maybe we A, B, or C, but we not D, E, or F. And so the coach at that time, which I respect what he did, looking back now, because it opened the door for everybody, he just decided that some kids wouldn't be able to make it. And I didn't understand it at the time. Me being even younger, I'm being honest, not as mature, I didn't understand it at the time. And I probably still don't fully understand it, but I respect it because how the cards played out. And so particularly, man, and my son made the cut. So he was not on the outside. So I'm in a tough spot, but I go pick up this one kid. This father called me, which is one of my mentors to this day, and he showed me this letter. And this letter, I don't get into what it said, but the letter broke me down. And I said, I got to do something. I didn't want to get back in it, and keep in mind that if I start a team, my son on another team, so I'm doing two different things.
Right.
I gotta still be there for him, and I gotta still coach this team. So I still want to go to this practice, and now so that's looking at I'm probably out 5 days a week doing this. But I did it. I took the sacrifice, and I end up doing it. Eventually, we end up getting my son because my wife made her mind up that that's what was gonna happen because of some technicalities. I never forced it. I wanted it bad, but I didn't force it because I didn't want to alter our relationship. And I think I joke with him all the time. He watching this. The Saints was the best thing happened to him because he turned to a cold. He already was a killer, but he was a cold killer.
Yep.
In my opinion.
We have a few comments. Stan, can you start with? We have King River.
All right, King Rivers says, yo, what's up? This is Bobby Peoples' stepson. John Pierre Mitchum says, my dude, humble,
JP.
honesty, and multi-talented. Congrats, bro.
My dude,
That's JP from Ladue?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Malcolm Crawford was co-signing what you said. Dre, definitely the GOAT. And then we have a comment that says, I'm PJ. I play for Go Live first grade team.
I think he know him.
That's my little son, man. Hey, he a trip, man. Hey, let me talk about him real quick, right? So it's a gift and a curse again. Mm-hmm. The dude competes at the highest level, but we gotta tame it. We gotta control it. But as far as just you can't teach what he got. So my challenge again is how do we control it but not make him lose it? Dude he different, and you can watch it yourself. Like he different, and that's the part I think me and my wife be laughing. I'm finna drop a gym, a family gym, right? But we be laughing like when we be in the bed just talking, like we be talking like because I think our kids gonna be good. Forget basketball, I think they gonna be solid people, and we be laughing like we got the master genes together. We got the master genes, so when we connect. Like we drop master seeds, and I believe that, man. I believe that. So yeah, shout out to PJ.
Yeah.
Shout out to PJ, man. My 6-year-old kid. PJ actually gives me the most joy. Man, like I love PJ. Not just because he's my child, because he's still so pure. If I'm down, like he just come and grip me and hug me, man. I'm telling you, like. It be days in life, we all probably went through this. You want to just like throw in the towel.
Yeah.
And he just come give me that love, like no matter what, Dad. I don't care if you ain't got no money. I don't care if you ain't got no clothes. I don't care what, you my daddy. You know what I'm saying? And like that mean everything. So if he never play basketball again, or if I never coach his game again, we gonna be good because like he's solid.
Yeah.
My last question in regards to you coaching and being in the AAU circuit. The state of St. Louis basketball right now.
Man, we're in the best place we probably ever been. I think the door's opening. I think I just want to say a lot of things, and I don't want to get in trouble, but I want to be honest. Mm-hmm. I think that we have such a pool of talent. I don't know if y'all know what's going on, but like from the class of 2023, which they freshmen now, to 2020, whatever this class is, finna graduate, 2020, whatever this class is right now. It's so much talent, bro. It's so much talent. And like what Caleb Love and Fletch doing, they opening the doors, and like they opening the doors. And then like although they competitors of ours, like so I call it the three-headed monster in my opinion. Like you got the Mocan team.
Right.
You got the Bradleyville team.
Right.
But guess who else you got?
Go Live, baby.
We right here in the mix, right? But the political realm of it kind of like, I don't want to say backburners. I don't want to use that because I'm confident in everything we do. But you got to understand what you're dealing with. But what I'm saying is that it's so much talent to the point that Brad Bill can't have everybody. Mocan can't have everybody. it's gonna be enough for a 14 or 15 with 12-man roster that can compete on a high level. And at least I know for a fact in the class of 2022. The problem that we're gonna have as it trickles down and they get older is we can't dictate, because basketball is almost positionless now.
Right.
So a 5-man, Giannis is basically 7 feet.
They can play all
He really
positions.
a 4.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, if I had a roster, he'd really be playing a 3, but he can guard a 5. And so, like, when you get a 7-footer that can do what Chris Paul can do damn near now, that the ceiling for college is wide open, but that ceiling for the next thing is you definitely got to be exceptional. And I think I just gave it to you as pure as I can. So I think you're gonna see a lot of scholarships pulling up out of here than you probably seen in the previous times. I think it's up to the high school coaches. I think it's up to the high school coaches though to hold everybody accountable so we can get these scholarships past these ACTs and be able to get in college. I think that's the other part. I think what we got to do is, from the AU coaches to the to the high school coaches, we got to start working together to make sure everybody can get to that clearance house. We got to make sure we're doing that, because basically, like, if we running a kid to death in the summertime, then a kid scoring 30 in high school or 25 in high school, but he got no disrespect, but he got to go to a JUCO out the gate. You know what I'm saying? All because of his grades. I think we're not doing the kid no justice.
Right.
And shout out to BT real quick, because it is important that I say this. I don't want to get in trouble, but he holding people accountable. He don't give a hell who you are. Like, handle your business before you get on this court. Yep. And if you don't handle your business, you're gonna be sitting out until you handle your business. And I think a lot of programs, you know, they just want the talent, but they don't really look out for the kid. And what he's trying to do is raise men. And so it was a no-brainer after, like, I talked to him about my son coming there.
That's what's up.
Prodigal Coast Bird.
Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth,
Understand,
along
baby.
with...
My bad. I thought he was going to wing me into it. I thought I had a fan for myself. Well, damn. It's Stanton. People.
And
B. Baker.
And once again, special guests.
I'm Champ J, man. Champ Johnson.
Also, man, shout out to BT. He just had to tell everybody that he used to give us buckets. Which is facts. Which is definitely facts.
That boy tore his Achilles giving somebody buckets this summer.
Yeah. Oh, did he?
Yeah, he on here now?
Yeah, he was on. Well, he was earlier. I just didn't have a call. I didn't get a chance to comment on that.
Man tore his Achilles giving somebody buckets this summer at Vashon.
Oh yeah, because I know Mo Better Sports had a stream on that game. I saw it. I peeped it. So yeah, there was some good stuff. Matter of fact, I was at the V last Saturday. Saw Vashon play Chicago Whitney Young. Great game. The V won by like 3 points. Ran to Joe Sheldon and some other guys.
Joe, so I went to middle school with Joe.
Okay.
And at the time, I didn't understand really what Vashon was about, but they was like, he definitely ain't going to high school with us. He ain't going to no VAP.
Yeah.
He going to Vashon, and I understood why.
Yeah.
Joe, good dude.
I'm working on getting him on the show too.
Yeah, he got a lot of and it's cats like him, to be honest with you. I know Joe because we stayed in the same neighborhood in our adult years, and I know his sister, and he a good guy. And I think it's cats like him who really can bridge the gap because he know the other side of everything.
Right. Yeah, he got a story to tell.
Exactly. We kind of touched on it a couple shows ago.
Yeah.
We need him.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm working on getting him on the show as well. So definitely stay tuned, man. We got that fire. Let's switch over a little bit. I understand that you're not just about hooping, but you into some music as well.
Yeah, man. So Champ Johnson, it's my time. Somebody probably say, why now? I'm going to say, like, why not now? Had it happened for me 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been mature enough to handle it. I would have lost it all. I'm in the right space. I got the right people around me. My family's solid. I got good friends. And I got better material that's mature, that's actually going to touch the hearts.
That's what's up, man. This man right here, Stan, he got his own brand.
That's what we be needing. But it ain't about me right now. I'm going to say that.
Indeed.
Well, y'all two converse about that because these are music guys over
Exactly.
here, man.
And
Even though he a DJ.
I'm a DJ.
Right.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
And B. Baker over here plays them on his Bluetooth in his car. It's the full cycle. It's like creation,
Don't put me in there,
distribution, Support.
Support.
Nah, bro.
I'll be the support. I'll be the glue
Hey, man,
of this
streams,
foundation. I appreciate that, bro.
streams make the
I
memes.
appreciate you adding
Streams
me.
make the meme.
That's true though. That's facts though.
But
Yeah.
as far as the music, bro, like so we talked about who want to die empty, right? Nobody. Like you. So through my gift, I'm able to uplift, motivate, and I'm never gonna lie on a record. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell the truth. So what I want to do this second half of my life is just give my all to this music. And there's only two things that I always say. There's only two things that I would rather be doing. Like if I ain't dealing with the community or the kids, it's only this. I don't have nothing else. I have nothing else.
That's real.
I have nothing else.
That's real.
Straight up.
So I can and I don't care how much money I make. None of that moves me. Like if it's time to create, it's time to leave legacy. It's time.
So let me ask you this then: if you had to categorize your music, like to the people that ain't heard it yet, because you know I've been following you for a while, but I know it's a tough question. But like, if you was to pitch it to a person that ain't heard it yet, how would you describe your approach? To
I give you the perfect pitch, right? So I deal with real people.
Right.
I deal with this. I brought y'all some gifts too.
Oh man, he went ESPN on us, man. He got gifts.
Hey, favorite guest ever right there.
But
Man.
You got like a list of people sitting there like, oh, for real?
Word. Right. They get gifts.
Hey,
We ain't coming back.
no. The bar has been
Been raised. Man.
I think it's time that we all got something in us, right? We all got something in us. Like I started this podcast because something was in you. I think society tells us this is a certain way to live life. You know what I'm saying? Like buy the house, get the dog, go to the grocery store, put $10,000 in the bank. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And you repeat that cycle. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But like if God gifted you something to change earth and you just sit on it, just making sure you're going to punch the clock every day. I'm not disrespecting punching the clock.
Right.
Understand me? But if you just go through the motion every day, you know what I'm saying, and then you get your Social Security at 65 and you die at 72, I just don't want to go out like that.
I hear you, man.
And it's a whole world out here. It's you know, that's just on the living side. But as far as touching people, so you asked me what is the music, sum it up. Let me be fair before I do this, right? I don't always listen to my genre of music. Understand me? I listen to everything. I love it. Friday night, me and my wife riding and the kids gone.
Yeah.
I'm playing the ratchet of the, whatever. I'm with it.
Right.
I'm with it. That part don't leave. But when you wake up in the morning, let's be very transparent. And your money ain't right, and you down, you can't always turn it on.
Nah.
And so we need something transparent. We need a real word. We need a real voice that speaks to us in real moments. And unfortunately, those moments are not always real. But I'm also telling you that that's what I listen to also. I'm not going to cut, I'm not going to listen to Comment on Friday night. I'm not going to do it.
Right.
But I might have to listen to Go in the morning to get me motivated the right way.
There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? Because it's uplifting. So y'all follow me?
Yeah. I'm
And so,
definitely on there, man.
I'm in the lane that I'm touching your heart. I'm in the lane that I'm motivating you. I'm in the lane that I'm telling you the truth about our people. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I won't compromise that.
Right.
I won't.
No, I feel that, man. And on the flip side of that, it be times I don't play music at all. And I be trying to explain it to people, like when they get in my truck, like, why you ain't got no music on? Bro, I just be thinking sometimes, man, you know, the drive is therapeutic to me. And then, like you said, like some songs that just come on. You don't even know why. Like sometimes I hook my phone up and just a random song come on. I forgot I downloaded from like a long time ago. It'd be like the perfect song.
For the
And
moment.
and you know, like, man, I forgot I even downloaded it, but it was because I was going through something at the time, maybe, or whatever like that. So music definitely puts fingerprints on you, and you don't even know why sometimes. But that's why it's important that you listen to other genres. So
Yeah,
I'm glad you said that, because it definitely gonna influence you when you start doing your art.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. This has been a great show so far.
Yeah, man.
We have Champ Johnson in the building. What we will do, Champ, is before we end our show this evening, we'll play the song.
That's cool.
So everybody can be hip to it before we get up out of here.
Yeah.
You want to play a record?
Oh,
before
yeah.
we leave? Okay.
Oh yeah, we got to.
There's love.
Oh yeah, we got that.
We got to dig in them a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
so-
we know thanks for telling us about you, dog.
Right.
You know we got to really get in on you, dog. You know what I'm
Open right
saying?
now,
So
bro. I'm
All
here to
right,
be
so
transparent.
check this out. So Stan,
Game on the line, game 7.
Right.
2 seconds left on the
Talk
clock.
to him.
Who you passing to?
Exactly.
Jesus or Jesus Shuttlesworth?
so Stan, of course, as y'all saw last week, he was not here. But for all our guests who come on the show for the first time, or maybe even future times,
Right.
We had an idea. Well, Baker had an idea,
we had an idea.
and I'm like, you know what? We got to go ahead and name this "Getting Baked."
Yeah.
So he gonna ask you some questions.
I don't think you've seen this part yet.
He gonna ask you some questions.
You gonna get baked in a minute. I'm gonna ask you some stuff too.
Now, be mindful. We have 9 minutes to do this because we want to
We gotta do the
dedicate, do a dedication for Kobe
Yeah, if
Bryant
y'all can
at
stick with us at
8:24.
least to 8:24, man, we're gonna do a 24
Stick with
second
us even
moment. Or
after
something.
that.
Yeah, but at least to that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, first question I'm gonna ask you,
Here
bro.
we go.
Oh yeah, first question. What was your most embarrassing sports moment?
Oh man, it was last summer.
Oh yeah,
Man, we was playing. Oh my gosh,
talk about it.
Transparency, baby.
they gonna laugh at me. It might not be none of y'all, right? But here we go. We playing Malik Monk team, right?
Oh, okay.
And we in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we playing
Hometown,
Malik Monk team, right? Yep. And it's a true story though. Can I be
No, go
true? Can I
all
be
the way
me?
true, yeah,
We was
yeah.
in a ass.
Yeah,
We was in a ass. We was playing in a small gym. They don't remind you of Woes.
you in Little Rock,
It was ratchet.
yeah.
And we got now listen, they got 2 6'7s on their team. Remember, we don't get to recruit like that.
Right.
Our best thing is 6'3". But we in the ass. We jumped off on them like 15-4. Now keep in mind, they've been playing games in this gym all weekend. We jump out on them 15-4. Before the game started, I go to the director, I say, bro, do we need to play on this floor? Cause like the conditions of it not cool. We kept slipping on the warm ups, but me, I went at the step. My other coaches went at the step. We got the moisture off the floor. By the sweat, it got back in the floor. We went up 15-4, but we from here. I ain't saying Little Rock ain't like here, but I'm saying we from here. We do this. It's nothing.
Right.
It's nothing. So we go up 15-4 real quick. They call a timeout. Not just a timeout. The same director that I called and said, man, we need to play somewhere else. After we get up 15-4, he stopped the game, right? He said we gotta move locations. We gotta move locations. So that's the power of the home team. Right?
That's dirty.
This true story. 15-4, we up on them. The gym. Keep in mind, we traveled with a 7th grade team, and they had played right before us, so the whole gym was turned for us.
Right.
And we was in their chest.
They had to swing the
They
momentum.
stopped the game.
They sitting there like,
They made us travel.
He
They
talking
made
about
us
home
travel
court advantage.
across town to a place that was a police substation.
Oh no.
True story. True story.
Oh no.
We didn't know how to get there. They took the back way. It got there. We got there 10 minutes late. As soon as we walked in the door, we didn't have a chance to like unloosen our legs or nothing. And then we went up on. I mean, they took off on us. It was a close game until they had this man-child kid. He just went off. He went off. They ended up getting us by 17 though, I think, or maybe 19, something like that. The point that I'm making is they was up. It was like 2 minutes left. You asked me my most embarrassing moment, and I screamed out loud. It ain't nothing but 10 shots. With 2 minutes left, I'm talking about the loudest I can. Imagine a gym being echoed quiet.
Right. Like, it ain't over, right? It ain't over, right? 10 shots, we back in the game, baby.
I had my proudest
10 stops.
10 shots. I had my proudest Hey, worse than that, dog.
No, you don't know this dude, man. He get out.
it was
Oh, my
Hey, bro,
God.
it was
Bro.
I hopped about the chair on my loudest Eric Thomas motivational moment. And then Pep told me, he said, man, what the hell wrong with you?
Yeah.
He looked at the score, and I couldn't do no but start laughing, dog. And, yeah, we couldn't get back in it. But the Arkansas Primes, they was like, yeah, 10 shots, right? They was
Yep.
dogging me out of the game.
I would have fought each and every
Man.
Should have been. Hey, we was in their ass, though, before they made us switch gyms, dog.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, dog. 'Cause it reminded me of a story. I know you remember this. We was at Whoa.
Oh
This
yeah.
cat took his shirt off,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
storming around the gym,
yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, Bird hit that layup that game.
Oh, I had to. Nah, this was after that. It was before the game was over with. They was just fouling. We was playing against one of Mike's team.
Okay.
And I had to take over. You sat on the bench. I had to take over the coaching that day because you was that hot. And I was like, that's how that's why I said him and his son, they like, man, they bout that, dog. They like, look, man, you ain't finna just get over on us, dog. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't paying attention to the comments, GOAT Champ on there, that's his son dropping them jewels, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know what kind of impact he got on them.
Yeah.
But man, when I say I ain't know what to do, man, I look up, this cat got his shirt off, he's storming around. I'm like, Champ, hold on, what you doing, bro? Sat him down for a second. Yeah, like he just cared that much, man. He put his all into everything, man. So I'm glad you brought that because I forgot about that till you just brought up you yelling around.
That was embarrassing though. That because Pep keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2.
All right, question number 2 will be: what's your greatest experience with sport? Like your highest moment in sports from whenever, if you can name one.
Man, it's tough. You know what? I don't want to shame my own kids, but that first group I had, because I told y'all they saved my life actually. Because at that time I was just like, I was still young and whatever wild version I was, but good hearted though.
Yeah.
But when I had them, I had to channel in because they needed something different. And when you think about Robert Wood and Malcolm Crawford and Darren Edwards and Ken Brown and Justin Little and Deion Woodard and all them kids, that's my greatest achievement. And the reason why is because as a coach, it's just it's not one thing, it's a collection of things because we still like this. Right. It's not one thing. I call Malcolm right now. I call Ken Brown right now. Ken, we need some uniform.
Yeah, shout out to Ken.
He going to be fussing, but he going to call me back a week later and he going to send me a check or he going to cash out or something.
Right.
And the kids gonna be taken care of. So that's the greatest accomplishment, to just see them be able to come back and everybody doing good.
Right.
That is.
All right. So to follow up to that,
hopefully that's good enough.
No, that's good.
Hold on
yeah,
real quick, because about 2 minutes left until it's time for the dedication. So everyone knows by now, but on Sunday, I was in the middle of playing MLB The Show.
That was the first call I got, bro.
And all of a sudden I got a message on my Instagram. And I'm like,
oh, I was the first. Oh man,
yeah.
You was my first phone call, bro. You see how I react? I didn't even react. I couldn't react. I was like, what?
Yeah. So all I saw was, wow, WTF. I'm like, what happened? Because I didn't see everything else yet. It didn't download.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell happened? And all of a sudden, I saw per TMZ, Kobe Bryant killed, helicopter crash, and I'm like, this can't be real.
Yeah, I didn't want to believe it, man.
It couldn't be real.
I don't think people understand just the amount of emotions that the world went through, not just because of the fact that Kobe was gone. It's the fact of how the news was coming out. Like it was saying, oh, the whole family was on the jet.
Yeah.
None of the family was on the
Rick
jet.
Fox in
it
there.
was just Kobe.
Yeah.
Rick Fox was on the jet. It was Kobe and all 3 of his children. Vanessa was on the jet. I'm like,
right.
Who on the thing?
And that's why I want to be careful on reporting certain things on our page, and that's why I say sources say or the word is, but I won't try to get too much into it until we get more concrete information. But just overall, man, it's still a shock right now that Kobe is gone. But I know that we'll get into it after we talk. Furthermore, I know you have a few more questions. Yeah. But right now, what we're going to do is dedicate at 8:24 for the next 24 seconds, just a moment of silence for Kobe
5 seconds.
Bryant.
Shout out to Shaq for stepping up. Him and Jerry West stepping up the other day on TNT, saying what they had to say. I know that probably had to be the toughest thing they had to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So given the
it's not
history and
easy
everything like that.
you know, being in front of the world, knowing you got, like I said, the world watching.
Yeah.
On the court that pretty much Kobe built,
Man.
and doing what they did, man.
And
So
he said some real stuff too, man.
yeah, and I don't recall seeing Shaq in tears before.
No, but he
never
always
seen
goofy,
Shaq
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And he was hurt,
that's
bro.
when
Like
you know the impact
Yeah.
that Kobe Bryant had in regards to basketball player, but just being a man.
being a man, and like you said, man, like these petty beefs that everybody got with each other, and you know all this hating attitudes and trying to feel like some kind of way because somebody doing better than you right now. And, yeah, all these little feuds we got with each other and stuff like that. This lets you know, man, we not gonna be here forever. You never know what can happen. Like I said, we gotta love on each other. I spoke on this a couple episodes ago when I said any day above ground is a good day. I had a bad day and lashing out and all that stuff like that. Like, go sit down somewhere and think about what just happened. You ain't got to tell the world. And, you know, that's the dangerous thing about this social media stuff. That stuff on the record permanently. So all this negative stuff that we feeding into each other, we got to stop that, man. It's another reason why we need to look at that and stop doing this stuff, man, because, like you said, you never know what can happen. I believe that, unfortunately, with his untimely death, it hurt, you know, especially as being a fan of his for so long. But it's a reason for stuff that happens like this, man. You know, we don't know guys playing. We always question stuff and everything like that. But the impact it is, I believe, is going to help a lot of people, man. However crazy that sounds, but I really do.
And Champ, hearing your story, you have a mama mentality.
I just seen.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? You have that.
Yeah.
So tell us, where were you and your thoughts in regards to?
Man, when it happened, wow, it's wild. Okay, so let me bring y'all all the way back, right? So mama mentality, right? I've been preaching that to my son for like for a while. I've been telling him, man, let me be very transparent. Mm-hmm. I'm a T-Mac guy. I am a McGrady guy. But I never underestimated or downplayed the mindset of Kobe. And I've been on record saying this, the way that this guy approached everything, if we do this every day in life, like we would get where we trying to go. And I think that's the difference between him and everybody. Did y'all see what AI said?
Yeah. I was going to say that, yeah.
AI said, Kobe asked him where he going. And he said, I'm finna go to the club. And Kobe said, where you going? He said, I'm finna go to the gym. That's the difference.
Yeah.
We all want something, but we don't do what it takes, like, to actually get there. Countless hours when nobody's seeing you work. I remember my son told me something about my oldest son say, I don't need to be recorded while I'm working. You know, well, not that I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, but that's the popular thing to do, to put it on the gram. He's like, I don't need to be recorded while I'm working. I've been preaching to him about, before this happened, man, follow Kobe. And I'm so pure and honest that I'm able to tell you that he's not my favorite. He wasn't my favorite player.
All right.
But I was the biggest fan of his whole makeup. Mm-hmm. And I think that we all need to adopt that makeup, that Mamba mentality, whatever that crazy, quirky thing is, that to be able to compete at the highest level in the weirdest circumstances, no matter what, that right there, that's how you become successful.
Amen to that. I think my favorite quote was from Jay Williams when he said, when he's playing with the Bulls, and he said they played the Lakers and he wanted to get in the gym before Kobe. And he got there, I think, a couple minutes before Kobe walked in the gym. And, you know, they did a full workout. And he on one end of the court, Kobe on the other end. He said he wore himself down, and he said he was just waiting on Kobe to stop. He said he never stopped. Mm-hmm. And he said he had a terrible game that game because he wore himself out. Kobe dropped, I think, like 38-40 on him. And he was like, yeah, I saw you in the gym earlier. And Kobe's like, I saw you see me, and I wanted you to see that no matter what you do, I'm going to outwork you. Mm-hmm. He's like, that's the reason he stayed in the gym that long. Like, that's the kind of mind game.
Touching me now, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who built like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, his obsession to be great is past anybody. Even, you know, everybody else coupling on to Michael Jordan, But it's like he tried to be better than Jordan. Everybody mocked him for that. But it's like who you know brave enough to say some stuff like that
Before he passed, man, I'm so honest, right?
Yeah.
My son asked me probably like, I don't know if it was last week, 2 weeks ago. He was like, who you got? And I'm like, man, I heard John Sally say Kobe would give it to him. And I said and thought about it. I'm like, man, they probably both in their prime. I think Kobe's sick enough to give it to him. Now, we would never know.
Yeah, we'll never know, yeah.
And then some people from the comment and be like, man, shut the F up, you and your feelings about the situation. But right. I'm honestly being honest. I believe that he that sick in the head. Like, he that sick.
Yeah, I agree. That'll be a hard one because they both got the same mentality. They both would die before they lose to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Stan had a touching post the other day.
Yep.
And if you can further elaborate and once again just provide your thoughts on.
See, I was doing good. Y'all finna make a nigga cry on screen.
Man.
God damn.
Hold on, bro. Is the purple and gold for the Lakers or you just into that?
Purple and gold is for Kobe.
Yeah.
Because I made my Facebook post and, talking about being honest. I was 100% honest. I was not a Kobe fan. I was not. Yep. I was a Bulls fan. I hated the man. Whenever he came into the United Center or whenever we played against them, I was like, I don't like you, bro. Outside of that, I don't like you. Every time he in the finals, I hated it. Mm-hmm. But on April 13th, 2016, what's crazy is that was my mother's 70th birthday. Mm. But I remember that as Kobe's last game.
Yeah, me too.
Dropped 60 on him.
Man, when we all glued,
dropped 60 on
them. And they was money. They needed all 60 on the win.
All of them.
That's what was crazy.
It's like in his last game, he did what he did his whole time.
I got chills, bro. Like right now.
I've been trying to cope with it all week, man. And it's funny because people that don't understand sports, it's like, how could y'all feel that way about somebody that you never met?
Let me ask y'all a question. Everybody be honest. Even people that's watching this, whoever watching this, whoever heard this. For those who not Kobe fans, let's be honest with yourself. Are you not a fan because he possesses the one thing that we wish we had? Mm-hmm. And he's so obsessed with making sure that he crosses T's and dot his I's when sometimes we'll go to sleep early or we'll eat the extra Snicker or we'll stop at the store a little bit longer than we should. Whatever it takes, like... Mm-hmm.
Damn, the extra Snicker. Yeah, just back in '97. That's the one that hit me in.
Just being real. Is that the thing? Is that the thing that drive you away from him? When actuality, that should be the thing that you praise him for.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, and the funny thing about that, go ahead.
It's funny you say that because on my post I said on this last game I cried, and on Sunday. It wasn't until Instagram started getting heavy with it.
Right. Yeah.
I got on Instagram, it was everywhere. I'm sitting outside of Arcade Apartments, bawling my eyes out. Because as much as I hated and I loathed the man for his work ethic and what he put in, he had my respect.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And that's what you owe him.
And if you don't respect that man for what he did on and off the court in his time on this earth, then there's really something wrong with you.
Right. Yep.
There really is.
I think. Dang, let me not go too far, but
no, go for it.
I think that
if you knew half of the stuff this man done said,
man.
But I don't want to sound like I'm trying to put nobody, but I think low key that's how BT built. I believe that his mind. I believe that he built like that, and I believe that he looking for people who are built like that. Mm-hmm. I believe he built like that in the mind because I talked to him and he kind of wired a little quirky, bro. Like when it comes to he don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like
that got to be the hardest thing as a coach. That's why a lot of great players don't make good coaches. So I definitely want to big him up for being a hell of a coach, knowing what type of player he was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because Beaumont was built around him since he got there. I remember when he came in, I was a junior, he was a freshman. Him and my brother came in at the same time.
Right.
Him, my brother Joe, all them in the same, and they all had the same mentality. I watched them battle each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, talking about the BT on the screen, right?
Brian Turner. Cool. Brian Turner, just to be clear, the Beaumont legend. So, and I didn't like BT. We never liked each other in high school. Ever. Wow. We never spoke. I don't even remember us shaking hands in high school after the game and none of that. We was just like put against each other, kind of how we do Kobe and LeBron and stuff like that. That's why I respect their relationship because a lot of times when you go up against a team and that's the guy that you're supposed to destroy. That's the one guy that can kill y'all.
That's your enemy.
That's your enemy. You know what I'm saying? So me and BT, we was never cool in high school, ever. You know what I'm saying? Now as grown men, we see each other, it's a different type of respect because we respect the battles that we went through. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to say I'm the same player that he was, but just the fact that he knew that I wasn't going to back down and vice versa.
You ain't supposed to.
Exactly.
And
So
he can't respect you if you do.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He shouldn't respect you if you do.
And it just go back to when we coached. I don't know if you heard the kids say that, but when we coached, we was in Indiana, I think, and I seen some guys that came up and spoke to us or whatever like that, and one of them was like, you know what I noticed? Y'all know somebody everywhere we go, and they always come to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why we get y'all. That's why we say no bad attitudes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people gonna remember you for who you was when they faced you. You always got to keep your respect. You always got to keep your head up. I remember we seen the girls team lose, and I was like, and you don't see them crying. You don't see them having a fit. This is that they went, shook hands, and went on to the locker room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how everybody should handle themselves. And we had a back and forth the other day about showing people up and stuff like that. And I'm glad Jalen Rose brought this up because we talked about, LeBron, a fun-loving guy, and everybody like what he doing. I ain't knocking that at all. But sometimes you got to understand that some things, it could rub people the wrong way. And Jalen Rose brought this up, and there's no disrespect to LeBron. Like I said, it's just the contrast of style. But when Jalen Rose brought this up, I was like, yeah, I never tripped out there. He was like, you never, ever seen Kobe do that, ever. Even when he got 81. He said, you ain't see him holding up a sign saying 81. You ain't see him walking off, beating his chest, nothing like that. He just walked off the court. And then when they asked him about it, he said, I needed to do it. We was going to lose.
And I'm glad that you brought that up because that's what I want to bring in is that after he had 60 points, it felt like with his Mamba mentality that was like the era has left.
Yeah.
What he brought to the game in regards to that mentality, that was it. It was like the last of a dying breed.
I think he rebirthed it a little bit. Not cutting you off. I think he rebirthed it, but I just don't know if it's gonna come in a perfect form of that.
That's all I was gonna say.
Not
You got the mentality like Westbrook
not
and
to
them,
the degree of what Kobe was and before him Jordan, but to continue on with just the mentality. He was just a different person. I saw something on ESPN today in which Stephen A. Smith showed a video of when the Lakers lost to the Celtics in Game 6 of the finals. And I didn't even realize until I saw the video, like, oh, wait a minute, Kobe was giving the hugs and daps, but crying at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that's how much he wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that these cats don't want it now, but he just had a different aura about himself. He had a different mindset about himself because he wanted that greatness.
That was your first year, Paul, and them got it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He wanted that greatness.
He still said that's the hardest one he had to face.
Yeah. So, it like I said, it hasn't still hit me fully yet that he's gone. Like I see pictures of him all the time, videos, whatever. It's like, damn, man, he's gone because there's so much that people didn't really appreciate until after he retired.
Yep.
Like you said before, you was questioning people like, why do you really hate this man or whatever it is?
You low key admire what he do because you don't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
And my thing is that that's exactly how he wanted you to feel. He wanted to come into Boston or come into whatever arena, on the road and be the villain. He wanted that opportunity. Remember when LeBron came to Miami the first year and he wasn't used to having that kind of like blowback or enemy number one.
Right.
Kobe wanted that. And he wanted to show off and prove to you why you should boo him because that's nothing but fuel to his fire.
The perfect example was the All-Star games he was in.
Yeah, exactly.
He made sure them dudes took it serious every time.
Like how many times did you see when Kobe wanted to guard LeBron? Like, come on, let's get these people a show.
Yep.
That's what he was all about.
Well, you remember D-Wade broke his nose.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
And he kept him, but he said, I ain't going to forget that. He had a game winner against them next time they played.
The elbow, the baseline.
And he finished the game, and even in the All-Star game. And then he said, you got to see me again after this. And he hit the game winner on him.
And something else about Kobe, from the time he was a rookie to this last game, not one time ever did you hear, "Oh, he too soft."
Nah, you can't say that.
Oh, he didn't want this. You know, he could be down by 20 and he'll play like he trying to protect a 1 point lead. You know what I'm saying? That what captivated me. And how, like you said earlier, how he wanted to mimic, or not mimic, but be close to Jordan, you know what I'm saying, as possible. Yeah. That was his goal.
I don't even think we can say that. Because you know what was that? What has everybody been saying that he was saying from day one since he came in there? He was trying to outdo Jordan. He was trying to
get 7 rings.
And if it wasn't for 2000, what was that?
Oh, with Karl Malone and Gary Payton, though.
Okay. The one they lost to the Celtics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If it wasn't for that one, 2008, he would have had 6.
Oh yeah, he definitely would have. And then my thing is,
but that team was built. You know, I want to get back. I don't want to take away from Kobe, but that team was supposed to win.
Yeah,
they had
that team was built.
I'm actually low key glad they won. I ain't
big old Perkins.
Right.
They had a motivated Gordonette.
Yep.
They had a steal in his prime, able to shoot Ray Allen. They had a hungry Paul Pierce who'd been really overlooked because he always was behind Vince, Kobe, and T-Mac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest.
Yep.
And then you got a little ratchet point guard in Rajon Rondo who trying to buy his way in.
Right.
And then you got Doc Rivers,
right,
who coming off the Orlando
situation. You got
situation.
the scrappy cats on the bench. Eddie House came in.
Right.
Big Baby Davis, Tony Allen.
Allen.
You know what I'm saying?
First team all defense.
Yeah, they had the perfect score.
You know, and I think that's why I didn't see that interview. I mean, I didn't see what Stephen A was talking about that, but Kobe knew. I think he knew that he was up for a challenge on that one. But, you know, they came back and spanked him the next one go around, if I ain't mistaken.
Right. And well, they beat the Magic, then they got them again. They beat the Magic on 9, then they beat the Celtics in 2010.
Okay.
They had Rasheed and all them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another big takeaway in regards to Kobe, because, like I said, we all know about basketball on the court, but off the court, we all know about the issue that happened in Colorado and how he was ridiculed and everything.
Let me speak on that first.
Go ahead.
It's so, man, because we all as men need to learn this, right? Forget what happened in the room. He redeemed himself.
Exactly.
And we all first, I can speak for self. When you make any mistake, I don't care what it is, you gotta forgive yourself. And you gotta lift yourself up. And then as brothers, we gotta stop. When a person already down, we got to stop pushing him down more. You know what I'm saying? He already feeling all that. He already know he humiliated himself.
And his wife.
You know what I'm saying? And his wife. You know what I'm saying? But we have to stop that. You know what I'm saying? We have to stop that. Brothers need help. We already fucked up. We know this. The world watching. It don't hurt to be like, my nigga, it's good.
Right.
We good. And being there for a person. We'd rather sit back and laugh at the same jokes that they crack. So I think that actually made him. The part where he messed up, though, you know, I don't want YouTube to give me. The part that he played foul is when he started mentioning other brothers.
Yeah.
But I think even with that, time heals everything. And even with that, we learned a lesson because him and Shaq, although they always had their competitive differences, they love was still there for brothers.
Yep.
And Shaq didn't hold that over his head. And I think that level of forgiveness, that level of love is what us four, all men, all black men especially, that's what we need to display.
Yeah.
And that's why you brought up something earlier about how he was doing a lot of things for ladies, for women.
For women's basketball,
That incident in Colorado could also, I feel like that's the reason why he had girls. You know what I'm saying?
It could be.
Like
you
that.
know, that's always the joke when everybody end up with a daughter. Like, I knew this was gonna happen to me. It's my karma.
And you saw him as a father when he knew that his career was over. He knew that he had to sacrifice so much from being away from his family that he wanted to be there as much as he wanted to. That was my biggest thing that I took away from him outside the game was him as a father. First, like losing your life with your daughter. More, I think they said that he was holding his daughter.
Yeah, I heard that.
You know, I'm not sure that was confirmed, but it won't be surprising. But and that's what hit me because I know y'all know I have a baby girl, and from what I'm hearing, no one has a daughter on the table outside of myself, and y'all know that.
For what you hear,
Post the time.
he just got champ, so that's what he said. Yeah,
Right,
he only got two boys. Yeah,
Exactly.
He posted anything?
No, he talking about champ. He know he got two boys, but he know that's all. Yeah.
So 9/29. My daughter and I was in my new vehicle and was involved in a terrible accident. Y'all, for y'all who didn't see it, the car was smashed in head on. First thing I did when I realized that I was okay was turn around and make sure she was okay, and she was. So when I see Kobe, and Gigi, I instantly saw a vision of me and baby girl.
Yeah.
Because that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I remember that.
And even to this day, when I'm driving or I can just be anywhere, I still had that vision or a thought of what if I turn around and she didn't respond. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it doubled the hurt.
PJ, put your damn seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Man.
So, it doubled the hurt.
I feel
seeing that, about him losing, both of them being gone. They think about Vanessa, in which she just now on social media just left a long post. Yeah. So she finally responded. Check it out. She left a nice long post.
I ain't reading it yet.
So you get a chance, just check it out once again. But that's what really hurt me the most was from a father to a daughter relationship.
Bro, I felt that,
and
dog.
seeing what he was doing for women. How he was. He had the Mamba Academy, and you saw him always showing love to ladies, doing what he wanted to do and what he felt he had to do. So it was definitely a hurt. Something that's not gonna leave for a long time. Even like the All-Star game was in Chicago.
Yeah,
like
he going.
Like he almost went to play for the Bulls.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Did, yo. I remember that. I remember he had the Bulls. I know, bro. I know.
He almost he almost told them.
Yeah.
So
he was on his way. He was on his way. He
was like he was like one.
I would have loved him.
One skin button away from saying
that's it. Yeah,
I'm there.
You know what messed me up, man? I ain't know this till Jerry West got on there the other day. Man, he was gonna go to the Clippers.
Yeah, that too.
I had never heard it, and he told him
Jerry said, "Don't do it.
You're not finna play for that owner." This when Donald Sterling had the team, and we later found out what type of cat he was. You know what I'm saying? But going back to what you were saying, that stuff got an impact on you, bro. Because you probably don't know I paid attention to this, but we was on the way to Hooters one day, and I'm driving, like normal or whatever, like that. I'm picking up speed. I felt his energy. You kind of lean over and kind of look and see how fast somebody going and stuff. Like I had my phone in my hand. And I felt it. I put my phone down and slowed down.
Out of respect,
because I felt his energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So that further let me know what he went through with that accident. You know what I'm saying? I felt what he was feeling at that time without making no eye contact, without saying nothing, anything like that. You probably don't even remember this happened. But I felt it. And it was raining that day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking about it because it's never happened to me. And that's what a lot of us don't understand is because it ain't never happened to you don't mean it ain't real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this probably hit home with a lot of people like, yo, man, like, I know people say this all the time, tomorrow ain't promised, but you ain't never think nobody that big will go out there early like that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That leads right into it. Not trying to segue, but that's the whole point of my movement. As far as this first record, not bringing it up, but that's the whole point because you don't know when it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't know when you're not going to have a chance to impact no more. So you have to do it now. It's not a tomorrow.
Right.
It's not a tomorrow.
Yep. And that's why him and Allen Iverson, right behind Jordan, was my favorite players. Allen Iverson always said, I play every game like it's my last. He always said that, bro. Every time you saw him, that's why I give big ups to Westbrook. Like you said, you got to be crazy to, like D-Wade used to do it until he finally started getting injured. But you always see him diving on the ground, falling. Yeah. You see Westbrook tore his knee about 3 times now. I done had knee surgeries, man. That's the hardest thing to come back from. Yeah. Besides probably a back injury and a shoulder injury. You know what I'm saying? But, to watch this cat after 3 knee surgeries, still, like you said, crazy. Going down the lane, jumping up, arguing with Damian Lillard after what he did to him in the playoffs. Still, like, you still can't go at me.
They play tonight.
Yeah, you still can't check me. Like, whatever you finna say, whatever. You got to do it again.
I will forever pause. I will forever love Westbrook.
Right.
Westbrook for president.
Hey man, you remember we went to the NBA game?
Yeah, we took the team. Yeah,
We went and seen them live, man, in Indiana. Him and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it was for KD left.
Yeah. We went and saw him, man, and watching. That's one of his sons. I don't know if it's his favorite player or one of them, but
Still up there. Yeah.
yeah. That's the reason he wore number 0. His son, Westbrook, not Durant.
Okay, all right.
But to watch, to like be able to coach some guys and tell them this is how you supposed to play, and them actually see somebody now worth $200 million still doing all this stuff, man, giving his max effort every single play, no matter what they could be down 40. This dude's still racing up and down the court, jumping all over the place, doing all this crazy stuff, grabbing all these rebounds because the big men don't want to box out, whatever like that. Like, that's a different type of cat, man. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to anybody that's giving they all with whatever they doing, not even just sports, but whatever you doing, man. Just keep pushing, keep doing. You got to be obsessed with your passion. And don't let nobody make you feel like you can't be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the whole. Let me get out of these gifts real quick.
I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah.
While he's giving out these gifts, everyone's been talking about Kobe and
Pause screen. Go ahead, Sam.
the work. Like, we have to. I think it hurts more because one of his children was with him, and it's not just anyone. It was Gigi, the one who
We was with him all the time.
If we can be quite honest,
the one we knew
was about to be the face of the WNBA. She was about to revitalize the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And that just makes it hurt even more to know that the revolution and the evolution, we were watching the evolution of the revolution, and for it to end like that, it's just like, wow.
Yeah, that hurt, bro. So, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, what should that pull up? Yeah, I brought these shirts as a gift, bro.
Snap.
It's a dice shaker, man. And basically what a dice shaker is, get the camera on
Yeah,
this.
I just seen Lil Temp try to explain it.
The thing about a dice shaker is a person who ain't waiting for nothing to come to him,
Yeah, point it that way.
My bad, brother. Yeah, just a person who gonna gamble on himself, man. Who not waiting for opportunity to come his way. Who going to create opportunity. Who going to take what's his. Not in the sense of anything illegal, but like you gambling on yourself.
Right.
And so I think that we all need to become dice shakers to achieve the ultimate goal. We all need to roll the dice and gamble on ourselves instead of waiting on something to fall in our lap, because that don't happen often.
Right.
When last time somebody, matter of fact, who you know that ever left somebody in their family $250,000? It don't happen.
Right.
Not in our community.
Yeah.
So we all need to get up and start moving.
Yeah. Generational wealth.
So who wants this extra large? Because I just have to.
Wow, that's me. Hey, 2 weeks in a row, we just shouted out black clothing lines, man. I hope y'all paying attention, man. Last week we did.
Moment of honesty with myself.
Yeah.
This shirt.
I get you one, brother.
It ain't
I like that. I like that hoodie too, bro. For real.
Yeah, I got them in all colors, man. So
Yeah.
I'll make
I'm
sure.
at the shop
Thank you,
with
man.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right.
So once again, this is the platform Sports Talk Show. This has been once again an incredible show. Shouts
always.
out to everyone who has been tuning in with the comments and sharing again. Make sure y'all subscribe to our page. Click on that.
Bam!
Because anytime we go live.
You'll be notified.
All right. So moving on. I know you had a few more questions.
I got one question
Okay.
because it's been a hot topic. Logo change.
Do you think they should do it?
Flat out.
Yeah.
I believe they should.
Yeah. They got over 1 million signatures.
Just as
already
long as
anyway.
they don't make it purple and gold. Keep it red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah.
No, they got to keep it blacked out. You know what I'm saying? Just so but everybody gonna know who it is though. But yeah, that's just corny to just because then you only promoting one team every time you put the logo on.
Yeah.
What about the numbers 24 and 8?
Retire. Well, it's almost unfair because people want to pay homage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like saying retire Jordan, only from my point of view. So maybe it's a Laker, but anybody else that want to wear 8.
Yeah, league wide,
think-
and it's two numbers. That's a little much.
Well, the Mavericks, they retired 24.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's like when Miami retired Michael Jordan.
But the
jersey,
difference
you know what
is
I'm saying?
Mark Cuban was around and battled with Kobe, him
Right.
and Dirk. So he got a different level of respect and homage to pay.
There's also some other players that are like indirectly retiring it. They're changing their numbers.
Yeah, I'm saying Quinn Cook,
Quinn
Spencer
Cook's is the
Dinwiddie.
dopest one I've seen.
Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie gave up his. It was a couple other ones too though. So But yeah, shout out to them for that, man.
I think we could all make a prediction because it just might happen. They got to do it now.
When,
Oh yeah.
so let me tell you how this go, right? Before he passed, this where it would have been. It would have come down to 3 teams, and all 3 teams could eliminate each other.
Right.
But I think that's over with now because they have a different drive now.
Yeah.
But only time will tell. You got to pay attention. Let's look at the dynamics. The Lakers are the Lakers. That's Kobe's team. Mm-hmm. They have LeBron and AD. When you look at the Clippers, you can say the Clippers have Doc Rivers, Kawhi, Paul George. Mm-hmm. The element that we missing is that as much as the Lakers wanted because they were purple and gold, Kawhi and Paul George were idolizing Kobe because they from LA.
From LA, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's the
so
dangerous
we
part
can't
about
knock that. Now, here's God bless.
Thank
if
you.
Kobe didn't pass, this what it would have been. It'd have been 3 teams in it. I don't know who the 4th team would have been, whether it's Denver or whoever else. It would have been, and it depends on how it fell. It would have been Houston, Lakers. Trust me, Houston, Lakers, Clippers.
Milwaukee got more to say than.
I'm talking about West.
Oh, West, yeah. But you got to throw Houston there, I guess. But
Here you go.
they ain't making
Trust
no
me.
noise.
Trust me. Houston beats the Clippers. Trust me when I say this. You can even follow the stats head to head. Trust me when I say this. I've been telling all my partners this. Houston beat the Clippers for the reason that Kawhi wants to beat LeBron. Harden feels that way about Kawhi. He feel like I'm a better talent. I'm tired of it. You getting too much. He would show up for that. You understand what I'm saying? Houston would never beat the Lakers.
But he had that motivation the last 2 years against Golden State. You saw what happened.
But hold on. Let's be real.
We being real.
Right.
That's Golden State.
All right, but we still talking about the Clippers. Like, you got to understand, this will make the Clippers so dangerous.
They're super dangerous.
Yeah, because, especially on the defensive end, because you got Paul George and Kawhi, who are 2-way superstars, which is why the Lakers been struggling with them already.
The Lakers struggle with them, though. The Lakers struggle with them. It ain't because they got 2-way stars.
No, it's because...
That's partially true. It's because that wakes the Clippers up.
That, too.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
I'm talking about the style of play. Like, we talking about the basketball mentality. Like, we're going to break it down. If Kobe was here, he'd be doing a Muse cage in the playoffs. And this is how he'll break it down, because he break down every little detail.
We're going to miss that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the hardest part about the playoffs that we're going to miss is the Muse cage ain't going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So Kawhi comes from Kobe's DNA.
He is. It's Jordan.
But I'm saying he worked out with him for a whole year to get his game to where he had. That's why they call him Robot Jordan now. He do all they moves up is just stiff.
Identical stiff, man.
Yeah, so they call him Robot Jordan.
Ain't it funny?
Yeah, he pound the ball like them and everything. Same fadeaway mid-range game.
Identical.
It's just he more stiff than them. He ain't got the footwork. I mean, he got the footwork, but he ain't got the athleticism.
So the move is fluent and it's elusive.
Exactly. So with that mindset.
Hey, but hold on. Let me say this though. He will bang on you a little bit different.
Oh yeah, he gonna get it in.
He will bang everyone.
But it ain't pretty to watch like it was with them. That's what I mean. Like it looked forced.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Lurch out there really trying to dance.
Behind the back one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you watching your toes the whole time, even though he might not step on. Like, man, this dude here, man. So with that being said, you got to understand James Harden gonna struggle with them because they got 4 people they can put on him.
But they haven't struggled yet. I think they knocked them twice.
They ain't
already.
worried about them in the regular season.
So we can say
it's always good in the regular season.
So we can also say the same thing about the Lakers,
and the
Clippers.
Yeah.
But I think what you're seeing in the regular season from them 3 teams, I think is real.
Yeah, it is.
So it's all about who matches up.
They hyped it up to be the king of LA and all that stuff, and that's why, like I said, if you look at the way they play, I ain't talking about the record. I'm talking about the way they play. If you look at why the Lakers been struggling with them, it's because they throwing different people at LeBron every time. You got Kawhi starting off on him. Then once he wore down, now Paul George slide over to him. Then they got the nerve to throw Patrick Beverly on him. Then they might throw.
That's never a nerve or nothing. I think
that ain't a nerve, but
I think that is what it is.
Yeah.
So question. Let's say if these 2 teams play each other in the Western Conference Finals, playoff LeBron, true or false? Playoff LeBron will guard Kawhi.
I don't think that I don't think that the coaching staff. Let me be very fair. I don't think the coaching staff would allow that in LA on the Lakers side.
Trying to preserve LeBron.
Not in this stage of his career.
If they were smart, they would do what I said do. Let me be a GM one day. I guarantee you I win a ring. Get rid of Kuzma, sacrifice for the rings, forget the future. Go swap Kuzma, if Popovich would do it, for DeRozan. He's not my favorite player, but I'm honest. He's a bucket.
And he also a LA dude.
And he's an LA dude.
I think the better move would be Levine.
Zach?
I would say Devin Booker.
But I
don't think Phoenix that stupid though.
Well, Devin Booker, I'm gonna tell you why he, once again, Levine doing it in volumes. He's not.
That's all they need. We don't need no star over there. You got people that's gonna feed off of LeBron and AD. I think that I don't like nothing about DeRozan's personality, but I think I want to be so fair that he's a hooper. Right. But see, here go the dynamic with that. So you get rid of Kuzma, right, and you get DeRozan. He gonna start, right? Now who you got coming off the bench? Well, it ain't no firepower that's gonna come in and hold the reins.
Let me tell you why it can work. Have you watched? Let me tell you why it can work, because you actually now you can give LeBron that breather.
Right.
They can start the game, but you all know at 7 minutes somebody coming out. So 9 times out of 10 to be DeRozan. LeBron won't start the second quarter. Now DeRozan comes in second quarter. LeBron comes back in on the bottom half of the second quarter, or the bottom 4 minutes, the 12 minutes. What was it, 12 minutes a quarter?
Yeah.
About the 8 minute mark, 9 and some change mark.
Right.
You give him a chance to run it up. It would work. That would be the best move. He's such a veteran. He's so savvy. It would work. I'm not telling you he's better than Devin Booker. I don't think that Devin Booker has experience in that situation.
No, he don't. Yeah.
That's why. By the way, I'm not gonna give Zach LaVine. I'm gonna give him more highlights. We got to remember, I don't like DeRozan. I'm playing GM.
Right. Well, that's why I like Levine, because he a young enough dude that can come off the bench for now.
But I don't think they need that. I think they still need a cat that been through the fire. That's
Danny Green, they already got him.
Danny Green, he's not a prolific scorer.
You don't need to be a scorer on that team.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to be. You got dudes like JaVale, Dwight Howard. These dudes getting buckets just
by the way. Shout out to Dwight Howard.
Yeah, shout out to him. Like
big redeem.
Big redeem. Yeah, and my thing with him was, I mean, for real, I'm gonna give him credit where it's due. I can't deny that he playing. I don't like Dwight Howard. I can't stand him.
I think he weird.
He weird. He goofy. What he did to us when he was in LA, the stuff he got going on the court, like everything about him is.
Sherman Conway. Forgiveness.
I'll forgive him. That's why I'm giving him his props. But if you want to know why, if you want to know why I don't really particularly care for the guy, them antics. You know what I'm saying? That's why in the beginning of the season I was throwing my purple and gold away. Like, man, this team too goofy. This ain't Lakers, man.
This dude came in wearing Clipper stuff.
Yeah, this ain't Lakers, man.
Clipper gear.
Yeah, I was like, this ain't all man. I was, and when like I said, and he gonna spin it his own kind of way because he seen some stuff I ain't even peep at first. But when Kobe endorsed the team, when Kobe was at the game, Kobe said he wasn't come to none of the games. He changed his mind. He went to the game, and I'm like, all right, Kobe, because that's who I felt they disrespected because of how Dwight did him when he was there, and how he did Kareem and all them other cats. Kareem was like, this cat don't even talk to me, and I'm the best Laker big man that's ever been out here. This cat don't reach out to me. Not only that, but he don't even speak to me when I see him.
I also think that none of them speak to Kareem like they should, besides Magic. You know, from what we see in the media.
The players got respect enough to come up, hey, how you doing, Mr. Jabbar? You know, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So if you're a big man in L.A., like, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? I agree. So I just feel like his arrogance level was too high at the time.
I think I can break Dwight Howard down to a perfect science. I don't think nothing's arrogant about Dwight. I think off the court he might bind to his personality as a star. I think that's what probably got him in trouble. But I think that he had his guards up by being labeled all respect to you, Dwight. But I think he had his guard up by being labeled a goofy so much that now he had to show that he's a man. No. When he was standoffish, I think he had to show he's a man. Remember he got into it with KG? Almost over nothing. Yeah. We all can agree that he probably went further than he had to go. Yeah. Right, but I think by being the butt of so many jokes, He had to show you, man, I'm still a man.
Yeah.
And so that pride, we all know, that stopped him from giving his love to Kareem when he should have been reaching out. That's what it was, in my opinion. I think I know his personality almost to a T.
Right.
I think that he's probably one of the best individuals that you probably can purely find in the league if you strip away just all the superstar stuff. He's probably the most gentle one there is.
That might be true.
And
but go ahead.
I'm sorry, just to add on, it's amazing how we're talking about Dwight Howard, but last week, his goal for the NBA All-Star Weekend dunk competition,
I can't wait.
He in it.
was he wanted to have Kobe Bryant be a part.
Yeah, I
of
heard
his
that
dunk
too. Yeah,
for the contest.
that's crazy.
That's but unbelievable.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, he wanted to publicly mend whatever issue they had and have Kobe be part of his dunk routine, in the contest.
Yeah, shout out to anybody that can put their ego aside for stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what we all have to do, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the most precious, because you never know, man. You got to cross bridges, bro.
Yeah.
You just never know, man.
You can't
just never
assume
know.
that you got 2 more days. You know
Yeah.
that I'm gonna see standing and be bigger next Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's one thing
no
I-
guarantee.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with sports, but it just kind of remind me of it. I'm gonna be real quick with it. But the hardest thing I ever had to do was, as an adult, was recognize my actions and then figure out what I did to people in the past.
Yeah.
And I called them.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing I did was I let them talk without me saying nothing. Like, what I do that hurt you? And they ripped me, dog. You know what I'm saying? And when you got to actually hear what somebody else got to say about you, how you hurt them, man, that's the hardest thing I ever had to do, man. Like, for real, that was the toughest thing I ever did in my life. I called 4 people right off the bat and was like, I know you don't want to hear. I'm the last person in the world you want to hear from. But I just need to know, like, what is it I did to you that make you feel this type of way with me? And I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to let you have the floor. I'm going to listen to everything you got to say, and I ain't going to make no excuses. And they all was hesitant at first, and they like, I don't believe you serious. I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. I ain't finna say nothing on this phone, and I'm going to, like, clear my throat every night and let you know I'm still listening. But I want y'all to tell. And one of them, this went on for like 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dang, I did that much? So it shook me up to the point where I was like, okay, now I'm the arrogant dude that I don't like seeing anybody else. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm that dude. It pissed me off, man. Like I never thought of myself as that type of person. And for somebody else to tell you, like, yeah, like, you ain't even care for real. You was just doing this, doing that, blah, blah. I'm like.
But the key is the fact that you caught it, you fixed it, and then if you're not growing, and we don't get it twisted, we all battle things. Matter of fact, man, we get into this part, right? On the day of King's speech, I was in the sauna, and he was one of his last speeches. I keep using this analogy, and he was like, we all wake up and we battle. So he kind of referenced different fates, even though he was a Christian man. He referenced different fates, different ideologies, different thoughts. He's basically talking about, some people say the light and the dark. Some people say God and the devil. Whatever you believe in.
Right.
He was just basically talking about the forces, right?
Yeah.
He said we wake up every day fighting this battle.
Mm-hmm.
He say, and it's the part that we need to remember. He say, but that's not how you're gonna be judged. You're gonna be judged by your heart and your actions.
Right, and your intent.
Because nobody is gonna always win that battle.
Right.
And that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. That, you know, when a brother down, he already like you wake up. We don't have to strip nobody naked, but you wake up. You know what your closet look like. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we all got that.
Right.
And I think that we have to embrace the fact that that everybody's human. I think we have to hold each other accountable. But I think we have to embrace the fact that everybody's human and that we all fall short of whatever it is. Yep. And as a brother, you shouldn't kick nobody while they down. We need to lift them back up.
Right.
Because it's hard enough I've been there. Everybody been stressed and over shortcomings and feeling like every human being been there. If you ain't, they lying. Man. You know what I'm saying? So feeling like you ain't worthy or like you don't amount up to it, and that's when a brother's supposed to be there like, my nigga, get it together. You solid. Remember last week when you dropped 30? Remember last week, you know what I'm saying, when this happened for you? Whatever that look like.
Probably like $30.
But that's the accountability part that we have to be as friends and brothers, man. We have to do that. It's important.
Yeah, especially as men, because we ain't allowed to be real emotional and
not at all.
You know, we gotta internalize a lot of stuff. And you know, I just want to shout out this book while I'm thinking about it. It's called Excess Baggage. During my little transition phase in 2016, I was doing a lot of soul searching. Something just led me to the library, and they had social science section, and I was just like looking through stuff. So I asked the librarian, like, what's some good self-help books? And she just passed me this book, like, try this one. And it was called Excess Baggage. So real quick, they just break down the baggage you go through during the daytime before you even realize that you're getting upset about stuff. You'll wake up, you're rushing to work, somebody making you mad. You got to deal with that stuff before you come back home, because all of a sudden you bring it home and you empty that out to somebody else. So, you know, I'm not going to get too into it, but shout out to Excess Baggage. If y'all ever looking for books or something like that, I'll definitely recommend
pick
it.
up somebody. We all need to be picking up, because we all
man,
got that excess
I
baggage.
can break that book down, but we ain't got time for all that. So this what this dude do to me, man.
Yeah, man.
Here come all this deep stuff coming out, man.
Philosophical.
Man, but that's the energy he brings, though, man.
That is what this show is about, man. That's been, you know, from the moment I thought about, you know, wanting to do something like this. You know, this has been my vision is, you know, we discuss sports. You know, we had that barbershop talk, but then we have moments like this.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Gold
this
moments.
this is what my vision was.
Right.
And I just want to say thank you to all those who have been watching the show from day one to now, to stand for, you know, continue to be here.
Man,
a
hold
whole
it
day,
down.
stand
Man, I'm
represent.
trying out here.
Right. Even with your busy schedule, dog. You know what I'm saying?
trying.
Man.
Of course, to Sadal, it
Yes.
was me who started everything,
yes, sir.
and he's doing his thing. To B. Baker for being one of our biggest fans and followers and watching the show, and now he's
always
here
supporting, dog.
bringing that element. And to all of our guests, we thank you. This has been once again my vision, and it's good to see something so positive, because this is what the show is about. You know, it's about positivity, and and being able to just let go for a couple hours and talk about what we love, which is sports.
Yep.
So this is what it's all about. Real quick, going back to Dwight, everything you said about how you had to sit back and not say nothing, and hear what people were saying, in relation to his antics and how he's doing now, not back when he was in Orlando or whatever, but what he's doing now. That's why I feel like that's why he is now. And I told you this a while back, because he went through that trial and do the trials as a Laker the first time going to Houston.
Right.
When he went to the Magic, you know, he was the guy there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So his head was like, can't nobody tell me anything. Then he got to LA and everybody thought the whole, you know, he took the Shaq route.
And he was injured, so I give him that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So then he got ultimately humbled by how that didn't work out. Then he went to Houston and thought that he'll be, and then he thought that he'll be the man.
Right.
And that didn't happen.
Right.
Then what happened? He got traded to the Hornets. Then went to the Hawks.
Wizards. And
then went to
come on,
the
dog.
Wizards. So you know what I'm saying?
He went all the way
That
down,
experience right there humbled him. So when he got to LA and he started realizing that I can't be this same cat in regards to thinking that the world belongs to me. You know what I'm saying? And he realized his role.
Right.
Yeah.
And now he's playing the best basketball that he's
Yeah,
played.
he's balling. I ain't knocking that at all,
in
bro.
many years. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's playing the way. It's about the championship. So his antics and the way that he is now is that, okay, I've had my spill as a youngin, trying to act like, no, I got the world on my pinky.
Right.
But now he realizes, okay, I've been humbled. I'm about to enjoy this game the way that I need to.
Yeah, I got a lot to say about that, but I'm gonna let Champ go first because I know you got something to say. But
Dang, I was going to tell y'all something important. Oh, yeah, even in this song, I'm talking about you got to learn how to follow before you lead. So he
man,
in Orlando, he was winging off a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying? Had some pieces around him. They even knocked LeBron in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's back to that thing I was kind of speaking on earlier when talent can only take you so far. It's just some other intangibles.
Yep.
And some of it's trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Some of it just pieces falling in the right place. And this is what I do. I want to be so fair. I'm not the biggest. My boy was always on my head about this. He like, how you not a fan, but you saying this? I'm not really a LeBron fan. But
too.
he's the greatest player that we probably respectfully ever seen.
Yep.
Asterisk, probably, because you still got some of the goats in there. What I'm saying is he is a leader. But guess what? He had to get down to Miami to learn how to lead.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had to get to Miami, and guess what? You got to follow before you can lead sometime. Once D. Wade gave him the juice, what did D. Wade turn around and say?
It's your team.
I'm following you.
It's your team.
And as men, we got to learn, bro. I was talking about this way earlier. Sometimes you just ain't got to be on the stage.
Hey, perfect example. I forget his name, but he was the one that started the Temptations.
Yeah.
He could have easily said,
Otis.
"No, yeah."
Otis and Paul, yeah.
He could have easily said, "This is my group. I started it. I'm gonna
He saw
lead
David
every
Ruffin
song."
and was like, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about. Is you're sacrificing, but you knowing that hey,
Ultimate goal.
this guy brings this element.
Yeah.
Right.
And he needs to lead.
Anybody came to see you, Otis?
You know what I'm
They came
saying?
to see me.
So
They
like
came
for instance,
to see the
let's say if I all of a
Right.
sudden
Right.
started a group, whatever, and Stan come in, whatever. I know that this dude can sing panties off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not
You
gonna
better be
say
back there shoe dooping.
right, exactly, exactly.
Don't you grab that mic, Fred.
And that's all about being a leader.
Yeah.
Being a leader isn't all about being the best player on the team.
Yeah.
It's just all about putting your guys in position, or putting your team in position to
I tell my
accomplish
partner
that
This
goal.
last comment, bro.
I see Chef Zoe on there. What up, Chef?
Man, read that last comment, because that's real. That's real.
Chef
What did you
So
say?
says it's okay to follow, but know who you're following.
True.
That is true as well.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
and,
real. Hey, that's what I said.
and
You
that,
gotta-
and that comes with wisdom. That comes with wisdom. But Chef Zoe, you absolutely right. But you know the part about that come down to when we talking about these youth, that come down to raising these kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If this dude over here on some BS, son, I have gave you the tools to know.
Show them the way.
Mm-hmm.
Stop holding yourself back or holding that kid back because you two, you don't want to have the pride to say, you know what, let me stop what I'm doing because I'm seeing this trouble here. Let me
Man,
go and
that's
reach
funny.
out.
Right.
Follow me. I know the way.
Leadership is so many things, man.
Yep.
I was talking to my son. We kind of had a little heated, like almost semi-heated debate. He didn't feel me. I didn't feel him. And we was talking about particularly a game that he wants next year. I ain't gonna disclose it. And I'm like, yeah, but in order for you to get that game to win, you got to pull your guys in. This ain't coach always doing this. Y'all got to go in overtime. He didn't get it. He's like, well, I can just do this. And he was right. He was like, well, his point of view was correct, and we both was correct. But back to the leadership part, but I still humbled him down. I'm like, but the ultimate goal is just not about your stat line. And he wasn't just saying what he wanted out of his stats. I want to be fair to him. But I was saying the ultimate goal, you still want to come out with the W.
Right.
You can score 40 all day long and take an L. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal they just dropped 131. That's an all-star game.
Exactly.
And that, by the way, Bradley Beal is my guy. I love
Yeah.
Bradley Beal. Can do no wrong.
Man.
Shout out to his mama.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, but I'm
always
just
say that.
saying, but like,
Cause his mama the truth, man.
yeah, I keep hearing that. But
Boy.
they didn't on SportsCenter this morning. I think they lost to, I forgot who they lost to. They just said 151 over 131.
The Rockets lost a game like that. They lost 160-159 or something like that earlier this year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can do all that, like you said, you do all that scoring, but you're not, like I said with Harden, that's why I don't believe they not two-way players. You're not finna handle your business on this end of the floor to make sure y'all the turnout gonna be what you want it to be.
Speaking of Harden, man, I took my kids to see them last week, man, and that boy walked right past my 6-year-old. Boy, I promise I wanted to fade
You
with
should
him.
have. It should
wanted
do
to-
something. I ain't gonna say you should have hit him, But you should have.
Nah, you should have hit him.
Hey, that was that game that Harden went like 1 for 13, wasn't it?
Nah, it started there. It was down when Ja Morant cooked them.
Oh yeah, I remember y'all was at that game. Yeah, I remember that, yo. I remember.
Yeah.
I seen that
Ja
on y'all
Morant
stories.
did cook him.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna just go back to what I was gonna say about Dwight Howard. Like I said, when you do stuff like that, your strength could be your weakness. You know, y'all exposing yourself too much. And you see what happened the next game. I text you. It was like, yeah, look what Brooklyn did. They hid the chalk. So you ain't not only you not gonna do these, you can't even do your own chalk.
But who
talks.
won the game?
That's just true.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. This is what
That's
the
what
story said. So this would go back to remember what KG said about LeBron.
Man.
See, this what real cats gonna do to you. You do all that dancing and prancing and stuff. All right. So guess what? We see y'all in the playoffs. Y'all lose. I ain't even finna get up and get hype. I'm gonna sit at the podium like, they ain't dancing now.
But guess what? LeBron got to their heads.
I'm sure like LeBron ain't the person to try to do that.
Yes, he is.
LeBron is a GOAT,
Yeah.
and he his own kind of GOAT.
Right.
LeBron is way different.
Yeah. I get that.
And
But his teammate.
and that's the whole thing is that
Dwight Howard not built like that. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't know.
Check it out, though.
Go ahead.
Check it out. That's the whole thing about when I said about the era of Kobe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? LeBron, everyone says about the whole killer instinct. Yes, we know he does not have that killer instinct like
He don't
Kobe.
have the
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Kobe would be the one.
Well,
that
they
would-
shouldn't be
that-
compared no way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That Kobe would be the one that game on the line, he'll shoot the shot no matter if he has 5 guys on him or with just one guy. That's just his DNA.
Right.
LeBron would be the type that if he sees a man wide open,
Even if it's the wrong man.
he's gonna pass you that ball.
You know
what I'm
what's so
saying?
unfair,
And
though? You know what's so unfair?
So hold on, wait.
I'm
So
sorry, yeah.
He thought he wanted to
so
fight.
my thing
You
is
thought George Hill was that guy.
my thing is right, is that he's all about making the best play, not about trying to prove to you what he should do or whatever. It's about putting himself or putting his teammates in position to win.
That's what I don't understand. It's like that's why I be trying to figure out. But I didn't want to say he not a scorer, but I think he 3rd or 4th on the all-time list, right?
Yeah.
He's 3
With
now.
less
But
games.
that's the whole point. That's why I just said he's a different type of GOAT. Because
Yeah.
guess what? He averaged probably about 7 assists his career. So he's a
leading the league now.
scoring
This year,
huge.
Yeah.
He's a scoring huge, basically point guard, and he's hard to categorize because he that good. And by the way, he not my favorite player, but I do not want to dismiss his greatness.
Me neither.
It's so
And
unfair.
And that's the thing I always say. Like that's why I differentiate between. I know always every time I say something, I'm like, no, I'm not saying LeBron not great, but I say his fans they just obsessed with him so much they say unrealistic stuff. And I always tell people like they're like, well, you like Kobe. I'm like, okay, but I done told y'all a lot of stuff I don't like Kobe did. You know what I'm saying? I always go back to that photo shoot and tease him about that. You know what I'm saying? It's games I've seen where I'm like, yeah, he really didn't play right. He ain't do this right, do that right. And I'm not going to knock it. My thing with LeBron, like I said, it come off as being a hater when you like, all right, dude, don't act like he don't make no mistakes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
that'd be where the issue that's where everybody get crossed up at. And so I'm like, I'm a realist. I'll talk about whoever. We fans of the game. So I don't care if it's somebody you never seen before and they mess up. I'm be like, bro, you see, like, really, y'all gonna defend LeBron walking down the court with the ball, talking about he had a blank out. LeBron getting on the podium.
Travel.
LeBron getting on the podium and telling people, yeah, I ain't played defense last year. Like, he said that, not me. I'm just like, see, who else gonna take a whole year of defense off? That's what I'm saying. You talking about he the greatest player of all time. I'm like, well, my opinion is Jordan. And you like, well, why did? Okay, well, since we going by what I just said about LeBron, you name the weakness of Michael Jordan game. Like, who you know that came and said, you know what, I'm done playing. Ain't no competition out here.
And Stan, can you read the last comment from Chef Zoe? Because that was my point about LeBron and Kobe.
Yeah. It's a new league.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was looking at the one beforehand. Yeah, Chef Zoe said it's a new league. And right before then, I believe he was talking about LeBron.
Right.
Saying that LeBron is a Magic Johnson.
Yeah, so that's what I meant in regards to Kobe's Kobe's ways, mentality in that era into how LeBron is now. He's gonna be the antics and bowling with his teammates and they all fall down like he did with Cleveland.
Right, yeah.
That's
cool. That's cool.
That's just a representation of
this era.
It's a whole new way. If you don't like it, so what?
Well, like I said, this is what we gonna always clash. I said this on the very first show I got on. I said this the only reason I worry about him coming to the team is because you got some cats like me and a lot of other cats that's been watching Lakers their whole life. So then you watch this new Lakers team and it's like, ugh.
I mean, but if you think about it,
I get it.
There were moments when Golden State had antics.
That's them though. But I said I don't care who else do it. We ain't never did it. That's what I'm like. That's just like, if somebody came down here and did your show and you just like they got all the ratings in the world, but you sitting there like, but that ain't what we about though, man. Like everybody might be like, but it was a great show. That was the best guest y'all had, blah blah. But you sitting here with this fire like, but that ain't the direction I want my show to go in. That's how I feel about the Lakers. I'm like, even if everybody else with it, I'm just like, that ain't us, bro.
You know what? That put me in the mindset.
About the antics.
I ain't trying to take it there, but I have to.
Yeah.
It's in the mindset of going to church, and the old heads aren't used to seeing praise dancing.
I can.
What they doing?
Yeah.
What they get down?
Yeah. The girls come in with earrings and all that stuff. And
What you got out
so I can't be saved because I got earrings on. Like,
your ears just hanging with these dangling leggings.
Yeah.
Doing moves.
That's exactly what it is. And I can admit that. Like I said, I'm stuck in the same era. Like I told you that. I was like, to a degree, I'm a hater.
Yeah.
Because I'm always stuck in my era. You know
what
I'm saying? And it's like you said, it's a new league. It's new rules. And it's hard for people like us that came up in the 90s.
Let me tell y'all why though. This is the realest thing. It's important. You know why it's hard? Because we grew up in the greatest era.
That's what I was just about to. That's what I was just about to go to.
The 90s
it's hard
to the
for
mid
us to see that.
2000s.
Everybody got to fight.
This is so rude to everybody else, but the music, the era, the sports. You got to see Jordan, Ewing, Still Stockton, Malone, Gary Payton.
Barkley.
Then you got to see Then you got to see Kobe, Grant Hill,
KG,
T-Mac, all them transition, and
Allen
then Iverson,
yes.
and then you get to see LeBron because he came in on the end of
And
my
his boy Durant.
KD. He hate KD. Well, I ain't gonna say hate, but he got a strong.
No. That's a good one.
But that's why I wish BT was still on here, man, so he could tell y'all, man. Like when we grew up in the PHL and you was there, like not to advocate violence by any means, but we had some time.
Are you sure? No,
I'm dead serious. But we had like actual fist fights after the game. The dude, I forgot you said his name. Last name was Williams. That played for Gateway. I know he remember this because we got in a bad fist fight against.
Bro, why is you holding this bottle opener like a damn switchblade?
Man.
Like you're not even thinking about it.
Oh, hey, man, yeah. Nah, so, but I mean, and it go back to what I was saying, and I want Champ to hear this when I said, with guys, because you a coach.
I'm listening.
And kids gonna have fun. We talking about the new team, whatever. So as a coach or a player, however you want to slice it. Remember when the Lakers was winning by like, how much they winning by, like 20-something, and they was dancing on the court. LeBron was moonwalking and everything like that.
And everybody was mad.
Yeah, see, I'm so maybe sit your ass down.
That's exactly what I said. I said my first reaction would be, especially when I got the rock in my hand, that's a turnover to your head. I'm gonna zing that mud down there just to get y'all to chill for a second.
It's so not fair for me to leave that statement because I got a 15-year-old.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said we're not advocating violence, but you gotta understand the era we came from.
My son don't be doing that though. He really,
not gonna do that.
He really on that other. He ain't really. That ain't him. But that's just where we in right now.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to explain to them why I feel uncomfortable as a Laker fan watching my team do that stuff. Because I know how dangerous it is.
That's something that you're not used to.
No, it ain't even that. I know how dangerous it is for them to run into some real niggas out there. Like if a real team really, like the Clippers probably is, sit there and they dancing, they looking like, man, y'all got us.
So look, that goes back to a show we had a while back. We discussed baseball with Joe.
Right.
And we talked about ejection. And you said how you love that.
Yeah.
That's going to bring more intrigue to watching future games, like you said, when LeBron and them did what they did against Utah.
Yeah.
So the next time they play at Utah, they're gonna be thinking about what LeBron James did.
Exactly.
That's gonna bring more competition. Competition brings
That's
more better basketball.
But with all due respect,
that brings
looking at Utah, they can dance with Utah
Because
for
they can't do nothing
5
about it.
games out of 7. 5 games, they go 4-1 against Utah.
But the whole thing is that
You creating bad habits though.
that competition, that fire that Utah should have, but like, you know what, last time they came here, that's gonna bring a little bit of the old school ball back.
And that's cool. But my thing as a Laker fan is you creating bad habits because, yeah, you can get away with that with Utah. But you can't even really get away with that against Milwaukee, even though y'all a better team. Y'all got a dude over here like Giannis that's sitting there biting his lip the whole time like, yeah, all right.
Man, but
all right,
but look at them. They out there pre-gaming doing WWE stuff.
That's in the tunnel though. They're not doing it on the floor. It's totally like I said. I don't have a problem with, you know, y'all shaking it up, doing all y'all dancing and stuff like that. You know, blah 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 blah. You know, like I said, Westbrook and them used to do it, and you start seeing people bump them while they was doing it.
But no
Like,
cell phones doing pre-game.
come on, bro. You on your knees with a cell phone taking a video of him doing a chalk toss right before the game.
Who did that?
Dwight Howard.
They just having fun.
Man,
Dwight-
that's the part we gotta let Dwight live on. Like if he, because we just agreed that
He's
we don't,
happy now, man.
we don't like the other
I
Dwight.
get that, yeah.
Plus,
But Dwight I'm glad he got the dread, cause I was mad at him when he kept getting that mohawk, bro. I'm like, bro,
Stop it. Stop it.
but I love Dwight Howard, bro.
So you like the
Pause,
Sonic look
but-
better than
Super
the James Harden? Because I'm looking for him to collect rings every time he get a rebound.
James
He look like a big Sonic out there.
Hardenberg is,
and he be getting them rebounds.
He getting them. I give him that. Like I said, I'm not knocking his game. I'm not knocking the Lakers. This is my personal opinion about my squad, and y'all can't change it. I'm just that guy. Like, I'm just a victim of my era. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Speaking of a new era, a new league, we just had last week the announcements of the NBA All-Star starters,
yeah.
East and the West. For the West, we have LeBron, AD, Luka Doncic, Kawhi, James Harden. That's a squad right there for you.
That's buckets.
Man.
That's a lot of buckets.
And then for the East,
East
Joel
looking weak.
Embiid. I don't know. Are you sure? Joel Embiid,
Yeah. Compared to the
Giannis,
West, yeah.
Trey Young, Siakam, Pascal Siakam, and then we have, I forgot his
Kemba.
name, Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm like,
Dang.
all of a sudden I had like a
Yeah,
blank.
right,
What's his name?
Because you trying to defend what you just said. You thought about it.
right,
Like,
right.
ooh, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Look at the matchups.
He's about to get murdered.
They gonna get smashed, dog.
Slap.
You gotta be
But the whole
playing.
thing is
If
that,
for nothing else, for the legacy of Kobe Bryant, they
Exactly.
slap.
but
Right.
the whole thing is that we don't know if they're gonna still do the same rules in regards
Yeah, they
to
gonna do the picking. Yeah,
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 you know, the
yeah.
whole
hey, listen
draft
to
thing.
me, man. I'm looking at this. This would be like a 20-point win.
You know what? I feel
But he,
like
like he said, but they might have to pick like they did last year, like
Oh,
style.
yeah,
right.
If they play like that, yeah, there's a blowout.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing that no more.
yeah,
I hope for this sake they are, because
Yeah.
man, especially when they start putting the bench players in there.
Exactly, because I feel like going back to this, it's
Know
a
what they
new
need to do,
league.
though?
They're going to have a whole new influx of young talent,
Right.
And these guys are going to come in and want a ball. You know,
Yeah.
they ain't
can
trying to
flip
like
it, though.
shoot 50-foot 3-pointer.
Nah, they gonna want that's their first one.
Exactly.
You know,
They
you
can
got
flip it though. They can put. They need to realign it, even though it's gonna be hard. They need to put Minnesota in the East
yeah, they should have been there.
and somehow still try to get New Orleans or Memphis in the East. But then again, you don't have.
He's
enough.
gonna be too heavy then.
You don't have that because all the Eastern teams are really East.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Besides,
But I think they did that because the West so stacked, so heavy.
the team. No, because it's right there on the border of the what.
But I mean, you got to think it's an even amount of teams.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
You can't. If
It's
you
all
switch
about
two
where they
teams to
at.
the West, you can't put two more in the East.
It's all about where they at because
Yeah.
you got the teams that's right down in the middle.
Yeah.
You got up top. You starting with Milwaukee, Minnesota. You come down to Chicago.
We're going to leave Chicago out of this.
Right. Because even Memphis on the West, they could technically, be an East
The only
team.
team that's on the East out that whole group is Milwaukee and Chicago. Everybody else that's coming down there, Milwaukee, Minnesota. Minnesota is the West. Chicago East. So it's just Milwaukee and
And
Chicago.
Memphis.
And there's
Memphis
no
West.
way
Right,
that
that's what
New
it is.
Orleans should be in the West.
We saying the same thing, but they don't have enough teams.
Right.
So put them
Because you
over
can't
there.
justify you can't justify Oklahoma City being East and New Orleans is right there.
Right.
Without so both of them West.
You taking the most Western, most Eastern team.
The thing is, all the teams in the East are literally they up and down the up and down the ocean. Besides Atlanta, and you got Chicago, Milwaukee, and Indianapolis.
Yeah,
I think I'm right. I think I can name all the Eastern teams.
Right. I mean, we all can. And you got to think about it. It's almost like they took the weakest West teams and put them in the East. It feel like, not the very weakest, but they in that mid-range, Midwest type thing. They like, all right, just throw them over in the East, man, because except for Minnesota, because they've been getting killed for a while. But they had a chance when they got rid of Zach, and when they got rid of Jimmy, that hurt them. They needed Jimmy. Jimmy, as you see what he's doing with the Heat,
Everybody needs
that's
Jimmy.
another real cat that hold his team accountable.
Yep.
That got that old school mentality. Like, that's why he got into it with them, because they wasn't playing right. They was playing around in practice. And he like, that's why we getting smacked.
You jagaloons out here.
Right. I'll play with somebody else. I'll take these cats and we going to do that. At least we
go.
going to go down like, you know what I'm
Squad
saying? Yeah, at least we going to go down like the fighting, you know what I'm saying? So,
All right, y'all.
yeah.
So once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Yep.
This has been a great show. Let's get into one word answer, because I know we know the show got to wrap up pretty soon. We have a game going down this Sunday. I think it's called the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So go on to football.
We going to be here.
Yes, there will be a Super Bowl watch party right here in the Getaway.
Ba-bow.
Got a surprise for y'all.
Oh.
Too.
And we better not go live this year, because we ain't go live last year. Look what happened. Some buttery bull. We better not.
I don't know. Stay
knock
tuned.
the
Stay tuned.
Man.
Stay tuned.
Y'all gonna see the camera.
We may have a reason why we should go live. But let's go ahead. Champ, who do you have win the Super Bowl?
Man, you want me to be real with you?
Oh yeah, of course.
I kind of stopped watching a little bit,
You know what?
but I know what's going on.
All right, so who do you want to win, and who
Okay.
do you think will win?
I ain't gonna get political. I'm gonna just talk football.
Yeah.
I think San Francisco is a little bit more balanced, but I always believe that offense beats defense. And so I'm gonna give it to KC. Let me say another thing. I think legacy, timing, and history is on KC's side because of Andy Reid,
Yeah.
and I think it's his time.
It's that moment.
So I think that KC gonna pull it out, and I think they gonna actually gonna have so much firepower. I'm predicting like 41
Ooh.
to 32 to
That'll be
28.
entertaining.
Yeah.
I think like 41 to 28.
All right, Stan, who do you want, and
Chiefs.
who will win? That's it. Flat
I
out.
told y'all on Facebook.
Yep.
Told y'all back when they was getting their ass beat by Houston. I made a post. I was like, they finna win the Super Bowl.
Yep. You said it.
There it is. It's happening.
Yeah.
Be
Low key, I
Baker.
didn't think it was gonna happen, but it's
Man,
He at home sweating like, come on, man. Please make me feel good about this post.
man,
you know, I deleted it. I ain't deleting it either.
Right. Stand on it, dog.
I'm gonna share it again.
Stand on, Stan.
Right. I don't have a dog in this fight, man. I just personally, both teams got hell of an offense. You know what I'm saying? Both teams got a decent defense. You know, I think it's going to be a lot of nuances within the game. But just like you said with Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, I just want them to win just for
That's the
personal
brother.
reasons.
That's the coordinator, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They
I
hate
think
on
he should have
him.
been a head
That
coach.
should have had it right. That should have had a
That's
job.
what I'm saying. So I think this will be another notch on his resume.
And for that reason is why I just can't deal with them people or whatever.
Yeah, in the NFL, yeah.
It's hard, you know what I'm saying?
It's hard for us as fans, period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we being stubborn, like, this is a game we love, but it's been out of balance for a long time. And their agenda been real obvious, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to watch. But I just hope for his sake that he have a Super Bowl ring on his resume that maybe put him into a head coaching position soon. And Andy Reid been through enough, you know what I'm saying? So just personally, and then the Chiefs so close to home, I know a lot of people that grew up Chiefs fans because we didn't have the Rams till like 95, 96. So
Respect.
a lot of people been Chiefs fans because of Missouri. So
Respect.
You know what I'm saying?
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it.
Oh, I was going to say, just to lead the end, that's why it'd be great to see the Chiefs win, Missouri team, the whole nine. But
Can we be further on? Not cutting you off.
Yeah.
They not Missouri team because Kansas City not going to be like that. Kansas City going to come down to St. Louis and say it's not Missouri Chiefs. They're gonna be like, it's the Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean but they kind of changed my mindset when Kelsey and Mahomes came to St. Louis to support the Blues last year.
They did.
Respect.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying?
Made that little
Yeah.
3-hour trip. Well,
So-
they probably flew.
So they-
You know they did. You know they ain't drive.
They
Yeah.
kind of changed my mindset.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Unless they took the team bus.
30-minute
But-
flight.
But I agree that's how it should be.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
But
48.
I just have a feeling that we shouldn't sleep on
You
San
better
Fran.
not. They got a lot of weapons. Bro.
And-
They got the same weapons the Chiefs got. That's what's crazy.
And I know you said offense, tops all, but I was told as a youngster that offense wins games,
Defense wins championships.
and I have a feeling that San Fran is going to shock the world.
Nah, bro. Bosa gonna buckle.
What, Nick?
Bosa gonna buckle.
I don't know about that.
I think Richard Sherman got a lot to do with it, so he really need this ring.
And so that's why first of all, let's be fair. That's who I want. I'm giving you my logical pick. Because of what Richard Sherman stand for, I would love to see him get another one.
Right.
But if I'm making a logical, educated pick,
Because of the offense.
I think that if Kansas City is what they are,
Yeah.
and if history is on Andy Reid's side, I think it's their time.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. I think personally, they both got the type of offense that could do that.
But Jimmy G got 200 yards in the playoffs. Can KC press him enough?
But see, that's the thing though. They just showed you they got a running back that can explode the game wide open. Mosa had over 200 yards last game.
Indeed.
Kansas City ain't never faced that. They got the same tight end
That they got.
that they got. They got George Kittle just like they go to Kelsey.
And low key, Jimmy G can. I say
He can,
hoop.
he money. Yeah, he money. He ain't got to
when
say
he needs to,
when
but
he-
these last 2 weeks he haven't needed to because of the running
because
game.
of the running game. That's what I'm saying. That's what make them scary. Is even when he have an off game, they got a lot of points behind him with other stuff.
Jimmy G was a product of Bill Belichick
He bleeding that dude, man.
and the wins that he had at New Orleans
They was real.
and at Seattle.
They was
Still
real.
hurt, bro.
You can't go in there and just expect, oh, we got this.
Hell no.
Nah, man, because I wanted Drew Brees to get one, dog.
Thank
I
you,
wanted
bro.
Drew Brees to get another one, dog.
Man,
Hey, speaking
man.
of which, he's pondering retiring.
I know.
He
I
should
told
go
you.
ahead. He should go ahead.
He got one more
Philip
in him.
Rivers, Philip Rivers, he is not coming back to the Chargers at all.
I posted that when he moved.
Yeah.
I was like,
now,
this-
word is that he may be going to the Buccaneers, but we'll see.
I mean, it makes sense to y'all go down there with weather, but let's be honest. As much as Jameis didn't perform, is he really better than Jameis at this point? At this point.
Well, he said in Buffalo.
I thought he said
No,
Tampa
no,
Bay.
the Buccaneers.
Oh, you said the Buck. I thought you said Buck. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah.
Is he
I
really?
Yeah.
You think he is?
Yeah.
I don't know at this point.
Jameis too unsteady, man. Like he.
And Rivers not a big gamer.
No, he haven't had a chance to be.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, everybody in this draft won. The big
Right,
quarterbacks in this draft won. Roethlisberger won 2. Manny won 2.
Right.
Gotta be. I mean, at the end of the day,
So he do.
so you think he gonna get one in the NFC with Tampa
I
Bay?
don't think he'll win a Super Bowl with the Bucks at all. You say is he better than Jameis Winston at this stage?
I don't know. I really don't
Right.
know.
I just
I
don't-
think Jameis Winston. I think that he gets caught up, kind of like we did Dwight, on some character flaw. So we judge him there. But I think on the
Well,
field,
nah, because what they
That
say
boy
about
still
his
crazy.
don't he didn't what they but the interceptions or the turnovers?
Yeah,
he got the highest.
he led the league in touchdowns
That's what- and turnovers.
I didn't know he led in touchdowns.
Yeah, bro.
Like he's a slinger. So what that's telling me though is, get him tighten the lineup and get him a few more weapons.
Man, what that's telling you is
He is.
Roll the dice.
he rolled the damn dice. He a dice shaker.
That's probably
I'm gonna let you add that one. I just thought about that right now. So you were saying that, like, yeah, I see why you like this cat, man.
Nah, no, I'm not saying I like that.
No, I'm saying
just
over
saying-
Phillip Rivers.
I don't know if Phillip Rivers. See, you can be good, but I don't know if you're a winner.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
true.
hating on dude.
No, that's true.
And so I think that some cats just can get stats every
He playing
day.
safe, yeah.
Robert Whitlock says, watch it. I guess watch him leave them Bucks alone.
Oh, that's my dude, Rob on here. That's my
Yeah,
dude, man. Rob, good dude.
Once
We ain't
again,
talking about the Bucks.
shouts
We
out
talking
to
about
all
the
y'all
quarterback
commenting
situation.
now.
But yeah,
Shouts out to
Oh,
y'all.
that's right. Is Rob a Buck fan? I think Rob is a Buck.
Right.
Rob, you a Buck fan, bro?
I don't know if we gotta watch it about the Bucks because they ain't really gonna do nothing about it. But as far as a quarterback situation, like they, I mean, that's a good problem to have is to have Phillip Rivers, and he might bring some stability to him.
And he might wake up, but I mean, he gonna be in good weather still. So I mean,
Yeah,
Him that's good weather.
right.
He had good weather already in San Diego. I mean, in
I feel you. I heard. I ain't never
Perfect
been to
weather
San
out
Diego. I heard. Yeah, you've been a few
Yeah,
times. I
I
heard that's
love
the
San
most
Diego.
beautiful place in the
Man,
country.
it's crazy, bro.
very underrated spot. All right, so congrats, you were right.
Save mine for next week.
Damn.
Oh, you talking about?
Save mine for next week.
All right, so for those watching for the first time, congrats, you were right. Is if someone has said something in the past that actually has came true, you just tell them, hey, congrats, you were right. So, do you have anything someone said that came true?
Shit, every day, my wife. Every day, congrats, you right,
man.
Congrats, you right. You right. I can't even say 2 R's and back to back. Congrats, you right, Tiff.
You got a struggle word.
Yeah.
Hey man, 2 R's back to back is something.
It is, unless you of Latin descent, then you can roll them.
Actually, it's 3 because you're. Congrats, you're right. Yeah, you right,
Gotcha,
Tiff.
yeah.
She been right always.
So who is the champ in the household?
Damn, Fred.
It depends on because once again I'm a team player. I don't have to like flex my authority. I think everybody can have the floor, but when it's that time, you know.
Yeah.
You know what you know.
Right. That's a smart
I
answer.
ain't,
All right, you.
I don't have one.
All right, I don't have one either. All right, up next we have. Is this your leader? This should be fun. So, once again, this is in regards to if you're in the trenches, who do you feel would be the better leader? We're pinning 2 sports people, sports things against each other, and you ask someone else, who do you feel is the better leader? So, you want to go ahead and start off, B?
Yeah, and I'm gonna just put Kobe in there just because of we gonna have some fun with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had enough serious
I got
talk
to what
about
you're
it.
gonna say too. But
Oh yeah, him and MJ.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go.
You
him
said
and-
same. You said opposite sport. I thought.
No.
You don't have to be this. Nah, it could be the same sport.
Just 2 sports people. It doesn't
Just
matter.
2 sports people.
Now let me give you a harder one.
Okay,
Brady or Kobe? They both got 5.
that's not hard at all.
How?
Cause Brady always had the better coach and the better.
Hold on.
And as much
Kobe
as I
ain't
hate-
win. Kobe ain't win nothing without Big Phil. What are you talking about? He won 5 with Phil. What are you talking about? Arguably the greatest coaches both ways. So what are you saying?
That's true. He had 80-year-old Phil though.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
And he ain't never been in no cheating scandal.
I might agree. And I
Brady got
also
a whole handful of them.
I also agree that Kobe is the better out of the 2. But I'm just saying, I
Right,
can't,
yeah.
being fair,
To
I
me,
can't-
it's obvious because, like I said, because first of all, I don't like Tom Brady.
I'm going with
I can't really respect
So-
him I respect. I ain't gonna say I disrespect him, but I don't respect some of his championships because all of them, except for maybe like 1, maybe 2, it was always a gimmick to it.
So pretty much y'all saying that Tom Brady wasn't the reason why the Patriots won. It was
I'm not
because
saying
of, so what?
Now, he wasn't the sole reason. Because you got to factor in new rules they added because of him. You got to factor in the gates that they had and stuff like that. You got to factor in the zebras.
So
that
was
out
it
there.
more so this the product of the system?
To me, it is, yeah.
What do you think Kobe was though? I mean, just
No,
because
Kobe was different. He won.
pause. No, I'm not cutting you off. Further debate. They had a better team down there before Phil came. They had Nick, Eddie, Kobe, Shaq, and whoever else they had.
But
But that was all too young,
But could
though.
have Kobe?
Yeah.
Could Shaq?
Nah,
have
let's quit
won
making
without
excuses.
Big
Kobe?
Van Exel wasn't going to win no championship.
Let's
Right, but could Shaq have won a championship without Kobe being there?
Well, they both proved they both can win without each other. Shaq
Did
got
they?
one. Shaq got one in Miami. Kobe
Okay,
got
yeah,
two.
but that's because
right,
Dwayne Wade averaged
right.
35 points a
Okay,
game.
D Wade averaged 35, but then
But he ain't win one more.
Stay with the Lakers, though.
But Powell was averaging a real double and clutch moments in the post where he was working catch on the way up the ranks, including the likes of Tim Duncan still at the time, including the likes of Kevin Garnett still at the time. I'm talking about real footwork.
But
So
stay with
let's be
the
fair.
Lakers
Yeah.
though. Stay with the Lakers. Would Shaq would have won a championship without Kobe being on that team?
Hell no.
I don't know.
That's why he ain't win one in Orlando.
It's hard to
before he
say
got
that.
there.
It's hard to say that, man. I think that's unfair to Shaq.
It might be, you know.
What you say, Stan?
I'm like, damn.
Right. It might be, but I'm saying, but
If it's Phil in the picture,
yeah, put Phil in the picture.
I think
everybody except Kobe.
I think they find a way to get it
With
done.
who? With
Right.
Yeah. So like you got okay.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
They said
double team.
No. Pause.
That's my point. Go ahead.
Pause. I don't want to be killed. I want to be fair.
No, we ain't killing you.
I want to be fair.
Not yet.
Jerry West traded Eddie Jones
So Kobe could start.
so Kobe can start.
But you know why though, right?
Pause, because he knew he believed in Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm also saying is, if he don't trade Eddie, maybe Eddie don't put up 28, but maybe Eddie put up 22 and have solid defense.
But he wouldn't have been the one to get them over the hump.
That's
But
what I'm
maybe
saying.
Shaq would have averaged an extra 5.
Even with that, but here go the thing with Shaq. That's why he needed Kobe more than Kobe needed Shaq.
Attention.
How you gonna go to him in the last 2 minutes?
Man, that's so unfair.
No,
man.
it ain't unfair. It's facts. Like we ain't.
It's so
No,
unfair.
I'm not being unfair. I'm saying it's facts. Like you got to think about. He even said it the other day when they played Indiana when he fouled out. He's like Kobe said, "I got this.
you.
I got this."
Yeah.
How many times did Shaq have it? Who was the MVP? All 3 of them times.
I get that.
Who was the MVP all them 3 times?
I get
Because
that.
that was the
No,
perfect
it ain't no
balance.
because.
That
But I'm
was-
saying,
that
no,
was the
I ain't
perfect
saying,
balance
we ain't
of
saying,
having
I ain't saying
and
Kobe
Shaq.
the better player.
Right.
That's not the argument.
Right.
The thing is,
You
I'm
saying
saying,
because he had a one?
how you gonna win a championship when nobody else taking over the reins?
Right.
When he can't do it because you can't. Like I said, if he get double teamed, if he get the hack of Shaq was real. You know what I'm saying? This before they gave you a tech. Like they can inbounce ball, you can just grab them. You can throw a bomb in there and just keep grabbing Shaq. Y'all back in the game. Y'all was just down 12.
But that, you know what that says about me, about Shaq though?
Yeah.
If you got to do some bullshit like that, that means he is the most unstoppable.
That's true, but he been the most unstoppable person without a ring.
I don't know, man.
Hey,
I don't know.
Like for instance, people may not agree with this. So
Hold on. No, I tell you what. And I want to tell you how far I'm being. I'm a fan of Shaq off the court.
Me too.
Biggest fan. I love everything
I'm a
about
fan
Shaq.
of both of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm a biggest fan of Shaq on the court. I
Right.
respect Shaq on the court.
Why
He's
is that?
LeBron.
Why is that?
Like,
I just say like it just ain't my style of doing it, but I respect it. See, just because this me and my barber be in my head about this, you don't understand what I'm saying. I might not like it, but I'm not gonna be naive to how good it is.
we not being naive. Like I
That's
said,
what I'm saying. Me personally,
he even said he the baddest big man. And he came and he walked in and he went through all his heroes: David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon. He went through all
first
of
of all, I
them.
don't see how David Robinson was a hero when they came in 2 years apart.
Who?
Him and Shaq.
No, Dave Robinson was there for a while.
David Robinson came
Yeah.
in like 90, 91. Shaq came in like 93.
Yeah.
2 years.
And
Is it 2 years?
and
Okay.
but that recall when Kobe said if Shaq was more in shape, if Shaq took himself more seriously,
Yeah.
then they would have won even more rings.
So here's
Shaq,
the thing.
It's definitely more than 2 years. I just thought about
Kobe,
something.
Kobe saw more in Shaq than what
Shaq.
Shaq saw in himself.
And then hold on, let's be fair. Man, it's such a double-edged sword.
It is. I mean, that's why
Because
we bringing it up.
Here's the reason why. Kobe saw that on the court. Had Shaq not had that personality, Shaq wouldn't be who Shaq is now.
True.
So like it just
There ain't no disrespect to Shaq. We just keeping it where
Dave Robinson, 1990. What year he get drafted?
he got drafted. I thought it was like
So,
80 something.
yeah,
87.
so-
yeah,
yeah,
I was just about to say. So, this how I
he
know
was
that for a
way
fact.
back.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I'm telling
Because
you what
Shaq
I'm
even
on.
said when he was playing in San Antonio in high school, he was looking up to Dave Robinson.
tell
Dave
you how
Robinson was
y'all
already league. He did 4 years in the Navy.
Let me tell you how y'all wrong. He got drafted in 87. He didn't start playing until like 91 because he had to do his Navy stuff.
No, this is after that because Shaq said when he was playing at San Antonio Cole High School, David Robinson was the man in the Spurs already. And then you think Shaq did 3 years at LSU after that. So that's 4 or 5 years right there alone.
So Shaq playing career was 92.
Yeah. So that's 5 years.
And what year did David Robinson actually play? I thought he came in. Yeah, I ain't saying y'all wrong. I just might be off.
No, I just know because I
Started in
remember
89.
89.
89, 90.
89.
I knew it was 89. Is it 88, 89 or 89, 90?
89, 90.
I know I was right. That's
Okay,
2
so
years.
3 years, 2 years, yeah. So, but remember, Shaq made up that story about him, talking about how David Robinson shunned him and did him dirty, and they ended up finding out that he made that up to get himself hyped up against him.
Right.
And that's more of a tribute to the man that David Robinson is because he never went public and was like, "Oh, he lying on me." He never said anything. Yeah. Knowing that wasn't true.
But great question. So I would say, oh yeah, Kobe, man, for real. Gotta go ahead and stay with Kobe, because like I said, they complemented each other perfectly.
Yeah, they did.
Until, you know what I'm saying, the ego or whatever it was during that time
Always be the ego that
got
they get us off.
got in the way. Mine was, I got two of them. One is Super Bowl related. Travis Kelce, George Kittle.
What are the tight ends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, I don't watch them do like that.
I'm gonna say Kelce because he get more touches.
I'm gonna say Graham. Where Jimmy Graham playing at?
He ain't been the same since he left New Orleans.
That's what y'all.
He was down in Seattle getting
Now I'm gonna go with the boy. Kelsey is the boy that played in KC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a little bit about him.
Yeah, he get more touches.
I know. I really know sports. I'm just trying not to pub the NFL. But
I feel you, man.
Kelsey, they numbers they the same player, but I just think that
Are you the
Kelsey.
same beast and a different animal at the same time?
But are
Shout out
you
to
a
Kobe.
different animal?
Right.
But Kelsey, though,
And the
look though,
same beast?
look though,
mean, Kobe
look though.
Bryant?
They don't have as many weapons over there in San Francisco.
You're welcome.
So you got to worry about this dude running his 9, this dude running his post, this dude running his flat, this running back coming out the backfield, and guess what they leave? A 6'7" big tight end wide open on a 1-on-1. I'm going with Kelsey.
Okay.
All right.
Stan?
Who you have, Stan?
And
Kelsey.
hold on, and if he come out the pocket and attempt to act like he finna break the scramble and go past the line of scrimmage, you know what I'm saying? He's so gifted. The boy's so gifted. He athletic. He might break that, and they might break the play, and then you still got this big 6'7" dude that you can just lob it up.
No, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I know both of them more, but I don't know, bro.
Kelsey he more of the offense than Kittle is for 49ers, so I agree.
All right. Up next, bruh, you tripping? This is a hot take, something that you feel may happen, or something that did happen, and you have a hot take about that. You may have everybody else saying, bruh, you tripping.
It's something that happened.
No, something that you feel could happen, and everybody's gonna say, bruh, you tripping.
I don't know, bro. I'm so slow. Like, bro, I'm tripping because I need to be quicker with this, right? Something that could.
We come back to you if you need us to.
No, hold on. Let me hear you. No, I got it. Bro, you tripping. I don't know, man. I suck. Bro, I'm tripping.
Man, I'm gonna say Dwight Howard gonna win the slam dunk contest strictly because of props.
Bruh.
Just antics and props. He ain't
kinda-
gonna have the best
it-
dunks, but he gonna put on a better show, and that's what's gonna put him over the hump.
See, I don't know, because I want to see who else is going to be in it.
They ain't announced the field yet.
Who else is going to be in it.
Nah, they haven't.
So it's kind of hard for me to say, bro, you're tripping right now.
Yeah,
Because he
but I mean,
could
even
win.
just because you gotta think about it. Like he don't have an arsenal of dunks for real.
My thing is that he can't do the same dunk in which he didn't touch the rim.
My thing
Yeah,
is, how do
no.
y'all
You know
know
what I'm
what this man
saying?
finna pull
He
out?
didn't touch the rim.
Because he did it before. Like he really pushed the bar on. And I'll give him his props. Him and Nate Robinson really changed the dunk contest.
You forgot when Blake was right there and the ball was out the sunroof?
Blake jumped over the hood, bro.
Yeah.
I know regular dudes anybody could do
He
that.
jumped over the hood.
If he jumped over the car,
That's
it'd have been different.
hood
It's
nigga
cats
can
in
jump
the
over the
dunk
hood.
league that's going between their legs.
Hold on, what you just say?
There's people in the hood that can jump over.
You know what I'm saying? It's regular. Hey, I know he probably ain't watch it, but Brian
Hood on
knows.
hood crime.
Louis LeGrant, I kid you not, at Fairground Park jumped over the top of a minivan and dunked. He's 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he little Nate Robinson.
Yes.
Big
So-
guard.
Yeah. So if a 6-footer can jump over a Ford Aerostar, the top part, not the hood,
God
and a
damn,
6'10"
not a
dude.
Ford Aerostar.
Yeah, that's what I said. With the rack on the top. Whew. And you telling me Blake Griffin 6'10", the most supposed to be got the most hops in the league, jumped over the hood, bro. Like
Right.
the hood only like about 3 feet, if that.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. Baron Davis was coming through the sunroof.
And he gave him a lob. He had to jump over with the ball. That's even easier.
Right.
Ooh, B Diddy was sick, man.
Man, wasn't he? I had the unfortunate pleasure of playing against that dude in the AAU, and that dude almost made me quit playing.
Straight up.
I thought I had it easy because you remember Ronald Curry that played for the Raiders? They was on the same team. So he was chubby, had brace. I'm like, I got the chubby dude, whatever. I got him.
That bounce on your.
Man, this dude yo-yo me the first play so hard, dog. This the only dude that crossed me to my little brother was like, for real? He was like, you weren't even in the play. And it was like him just bringing it up. It wasn't like he came down and I was like, he went. I'm like, oh, he was quick, slew-footed, but he was quick. Had the hops, everything. Like he had everything, bro.
L.A. man, he from the coast.
And then I never forget, we was playing at this first time I played in Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse. We played there.
How was that? How was that
crazy.
thing?
This is the first time I played on a level like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that the side part was breakaway just like the front. Because we always used to playing, some of them ain't even breakaways at the time. Man, this scared the mess out of me. I got a dunk on the baseline. That rim came down. I let go so fast. I thought I was like, did I really break? But if you watch college ball now, it'll break away on all. You know, so I was intimidated though. Like I said, I feel like I was out of my league. I was just from here, like a not known dude. Or whatever.
That stage ain't no joke.
Yeah, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I was sick, but I hoop, man. But
you got to think we be in every we go to the arena, we got to deal with the Monty Bates kid. On a regular basis.
Yeah, he tough.
He was
bro.
in Vegas when we was out there.
I know.
Yeah, we got to deal with all that. Then you get Quavo pulling up. He got a team.
Yeah.
And you know, it's sick.
Yeah, but see, at least they been playing AAU. This is my first AAU game.
Gotcha.
First road trip.
Got you.
So that dude, like, he's like, that's let me know you can't judge a book by its cover. Because that dude, and then somebody just kind of threw the magazine at me after the game and was like, you don't even know, dude. He was on the cover of Slam. Well, he wasn't on the cover, but he was in there.
You don't know why.
And they was like, you don't know old boy from Inglewood? That's that. He ain't no don't feel too bad. And they just flipped the mag. Like I know you.
Ain't it crazy how you flip a magazine back then? Now it's just all about you.
Yeah, now you got to know who you playing. That back then, somebody had to whisper to you like, "Hey, bro, you know, dude going to UCLA, man, or dude going to North Carolina. Like, where? Who was this kid?" So yeah, he gave me that work.
All right, so you got it, bro. You tripping now?
Let me get that. Man, nope. Yeah. Nah. My bad. Yeah, bro, I'm tripping on that, right?
Champ, you tripping?
All right, Stan, you have anything?
Nope.
All right. Up next, we have. I already had that one. Sorry. Idiot of the week.
I think we all got the same.
Self-explanatory. Go ahead.
Allison Morris, the chick from MSNBC.
Yeah, the Lakers.
Los Angeles Niggers.
The Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers. I just want to understand. There's only one N in all three letters.
Right.
All three letters, Lord. In all three words.
And we ain't saying nothing.
Because there is only one N in all three letters of the NBA. Knew what I was talking about. It just didn't matter to the situation that we was talking about.
So you was quick. You was thinking on your feet on that one. Go
Improv.
ahead.
Thank you. However, Allison Morris was not thinking on her feet
at all.
And
Fire.
She said it before. It was too easy for her.
And you know
That's rolling off her tongue.
The statement. Her statement came out, but if we go to when she actually said it, there was a brief moment in between Angeles and whatever the word. She was like Los Angeles Lakers, Lakers. No, you said that.
You said it.
You said it clear as day. Yep. And I'm just trying to figure out in what world does a K and a G sound the same?
Yeah, she got caught.
What they do with her?
She fired so far. They ain't
she
even
better be.
Yeah,
I see Carrie champion.
She was nah.
What happened?
She left ESPN.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I heard her talking about that. Yeah. She left. Coast to coast
on that.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, for
apparently
that
there was I'm sorry, breaking news. There was a fight. Benches clearing at Madison Square Garden. I'm trying to get the video up right now.
somebody probably taking pictures of the pregame.
Here we go. Let's see highlights. Let me see if they had the fight.
Somebody's dancing on the floor. Oh, Knicks and the Grizzlies. Okay, this is gonna be a good one then.
I see why they fighting.
Right. And they in Madison Square Garden. Charles
Got a
Oakley
real
probably.
deal, dog.
Yeah, he is.
Just got beat.
Yeah, Charles Oakley behind there somewhere. Still on.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Fight.
Was it a fight or a scuffle?
Oh, come on.
It was.
Come on with the ass.
Yeah, I know the female coach they got over there. She from St. Louis in Memphis.
What's her name?
Neil Ivy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Her. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. She's she dope.
Yeah.
She's definitely dope. All right. Let's see, we about to watch this fight real quick, see what happened. So we had a jumper by old boy from Oregon. What's his name? Stan should know his
Can't
name.
even see him.
Brooks, Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Oh, that's what it was.
So Jay Crowder and he buffed him.
Oh,
Was that Peyton?
Yep. He
Nah,
straight.
it wasn't no fight. It wasn't no fight.
It might keep going because Moore's in there.
Oh, the coach? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Julius Randle kind of hot.
Check out the Nugget. I'm sorry. What's the team name? The
Knicks.
Knicks and the Grizzlies.
Yeah. It ain't no fight, though. Oh, somebody, Peyton coming back. He saying go to the tunnel.
Man, shit, Joe.
Right. See me in the tunnel, dog.
Shoot,
Fake hustle.
Peyton cut all that extra hair off.
Yeah, he don't know how to
Oh, that
act.
was effort.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Alfred Payton. He look way different, don't he?
Show it does.
oh, snap!
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
I'm a man now.
Look, Marcus Morris, he just want to fight just because.
Right.
He don't even know what happened.
That's his nature.
Yeah.
Marcus Moore's like, I don't know what's going on, but I
Come on,
swing.
Jai,
on him.
get out of
Right.
here.
Damn, Keith Bogus coaching somewhere? Okay. Shout out to
Man.
Keith Bogus, man. Man.
Why he?
Boom! Like, dang, bro.
That's crazy because Morton Wooten died last week, man, from DeMatha High School, man. That dude had a 90, I think it was like a 92 point win percentage. 92% win percentage
That's
from
great.
DeMatha
Oh
High School.
yeah.
Keith Bogus played for him, man.
Man,
We lost David Stern, Morgan Wooten, and Kobe in the same month.
he was ready to swing on him too, boy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ja for showing restraint.
Right.
I mean, he ran up as a teammate should, but that was
Look at Dylan Brooks. He like, man, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
he was like, man, I feel like this is all my fault.
You got a fan. World star.
Right.
All right. So that was the perfect idiot of the week. Do you have anything?
My idiot of the week is anybody that has something negative to say about Kobe right now.
Idiots, man.
Like, hold your tongue. Like I said, I went to it earlier when it was like, people acting like they knew him and stuff like that. Y'all didn't say that about Michael Jackson. Y'all didn't say that about Prince, Aaliyah, Tupac, Biggie. Like, these people affected our lives, man. They made us feel a certain type of way. They gave us a source of entertainment. They opened their lives up to us to where, we felt like we grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? So not only do you lose the person, but you lose the icon, what they brought to their particular sport or entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, the way them people still got songs that make people feel a certain type of way. That's how Kobe was with basketball. So if you didn't like the man, then hold your tongue. You ain't got to say nothing. You can scroll past. You can ignore the conversation. Don't be a part of it or whatever like that. But if anybody got something negative to say about somebody after they untimely death, especially the tragic way it went down with those four other families that was ripped apart as well, not only just his, but the rest of them, God rest all their souls. And we're going to pray for their families. But, it's not a time for that. You know what I'm saying? Just because y'all not getting the attention y'all want because everybody focus on the same person, like, it just ain't your time. Chill out. You know what I mean? So
Indeed.
that's just my idiot of the week, man.
Yeah, I don't have one. So I mean, Stan's was perfect. So
Perfect, yeah.
That's
I think, like you said, we all had the same one. I just kind of thought about that one on the fly. But, yeah.
Oh, do you have anything?
Is anybody who wants some negative energy, some jealousy, man, that's whack.
Yep.
It's time to uplift and be innovative. There's just no whack energy, bro. On God.
I got another one.
Stan ready.
This one a little personal.
Facebook.
I made my post about Kobe. There's always that one who just don't get it.
Idiots.
And when you, it's even worse when you admit to not getting it. So I'm just gonna say selective reading is detrimental to us all. Please don't do it.
Right.
And whoever ran back and told my mama about what I put on Facebook, you special breeder ain't shit, and I hope you hear it. I hope you do. That's all.
Yeah.
He funny.
You ain't even knowing it. This the milestone. He ain't. Hey, what's our
Special breeder ain't shit.
Special breed.
He got some classics on here.
Oh yeah.
Look up a show with anything is Kevin Durant as a topic. Oh, we're gonna have a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you gonna always hear some buttery bullshit.
You don't like KD?
See,
Let's go.
It
Let's go. Hey Stan, how do you feel about Kevin Durant?
This will be our first 4-hour show.
I was so about to be like, I feel like we gonna be here till midnight.
Man.
Man.
KD my man, dog.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So all right. So with that being said, how did you feel when he left a team that was one game
I
away?
mean, let me keep it so real.
Go ahead.
Them are my favorite two players.
But
I feel like there was some weak.
yep.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
Let me say this though, because I seen the headline: Russell Westbrook, blah blah turnovers. I seen Russell Westbrook on the perimeter at the 45 trying to hand KD the ball,
He quit on his team.
and he didn't want it.
He ain't want it.
So then they turn around and say, in my opinion, and KD, if you ever see this, I'm definitely not coming at you. I don't want you to come back. I'm not.
Come on.
I'm a
Come
big,
with it.
No, I'm a big fan. I've been a fan. I can't go back to high school. I've been a fan since Texas. Like, I can tell you where I was at when he was playing at Texas. But I think in that situation, I think that he came up short in character. And I think that the media wanted to hate Westbrook so much that they didn't tell the story correct. And that's my opinion. I think the world agrees with me. But here's what I do say on the flip side. He grew up.
Did he? Because he arguing with 13-year-olds with 16 followers.
Well, here's why.
And that was as early as last season.
Here's why it's important that we respect that, because he got buried in not having a voice. He got buried in not being whoever he was. So, and something as common as arguing with somebody on Facebook or Twitter, who cares?
I mean, arguing with somebody, that's cool. You arguing with somebody who at 9 o'clock gotta
But
stop the argument.
but
not because they lost,
and not only that,
but because they gotta go to bed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna hurry up and get there. And it's like it was he wanted to do that because he made a burner account before that.
At 6:45 a.m.
So he letting you know if anybody got something to say about him, he went on some Suge Knight stuff. Anybody got some, like anybody want to say something about me, I'm snapping back because I'm reading all. Like, first of all, why you reading all that? You Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? We don't even read all the stuff that people say about us. We blow it out. You Kevin Durant, bro.
Man, that's the thing.
That's why he only got 2, I guess.
But that's the thing, though. We gotta hold him with the same thing we want to be held with, bro.
I would definitely want to be held to that.
Now I'm just talking about his imperfect ways. Like,
No, we get that, but like I said, it's just he being weak.
And who is big homies? You know,
That too.
everybody needs some big homies.
That's facts.
Man, he needs some big homies.
But that's why we feel the way we feel about
I
it.
love
Kevin,
KD though, man.
yeah.
I think KD's sick.
He's
power
tough.
to you.
He tough.
All right, so we have what if. So just any kind of situation, whether it was in the past
Man.
or in the future, just a what if question.
Man,
What if I had a coach in my Jewish league that actually gave a damn about me? I could go somewhere. Damn.
Would you wearing a damn shirt? That's your excuse for a Lakers shirt.
their home jerseys and away were all white.
All white. They gotta ask the other team, hey, can y'all wear y'all roll or y'all alternate uniforms? They was the team that put the tape on their
10 11.
jersey.
Fuck all y'all. We had reversible jerseys. Y'all can kiss my ass.
Y'all put the tape
We had
on
a
y'all
jersey like
jerseys.
this one, the smooth guy hanging up right now.
That's what I'm
Like,
talking about, the
fucking shit.
pennies, the practice jersey.
Hey.
Y'all trying to make a 3 out of some tape, like an E.
We had real numbers on the back. We just had to iron them on every game because they
Exactly.
always tried to slide
Shout out
them along.
to Walmart.
Hey, but what if Sam
We ordered all his
Presti?
wholesale.
What if Sam Presti still had Westbrook, KD,
Oh my God.
Ibaka, Harden? What's the boy name? Reggie. What's his name?
Reggie
Tabo
Jackson.
Cephalosha.
Reggie Jackson.
Oh, Reggie Jackson, yeah.
Cephalosha.
Just they squad.
Steven Adams.
Yeah.
Everything that
Jeff
they actually
Green.
brought, and Jeff Green, because he came out with KD.
Yeah.
Everything that they brought through the door.
I mean, they would have won.
LeBron would have killed their ass again.
Damn.
Again. Because you got
Because can you
Harden.
ever get a ring without fleeing? And what they had got along because you got to think like you just finna say about Harden because I already know where you finna go with.
Yup.
He was not gonna be cool with coming off the bench too much longer.
And I think not that time. Harden say, from what I read, from what I heard him say, he was cool with coming off the bench. It was the fact that they couldn't figure that out over $1 million. You know what that means?
That's crazy.
That means KD, if you make
took a pay cut.
24.5, if you make 25 million, now you making 24.5.
Right.
Westbrook, if you make 19 million, now you making 18.5.
That's why I give Tom Brady his props.
Here go your $1 million.
Yeah, he always took
Let's
a pay
make
cut
this
to make
work.
their team better. I think Tim Duncan did it before and some other cats like that.
Man, but I think Tim Duncan had no choice, man. He playing with Popovich,
I
bro.
remember
Yeah,
LeBron took a pay cut. That was crazy.
So
but he knew he was gonna make it back in endorsement, so he ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
So my what if is, what if the Hornets did keep Kobe?
Well, if the Hornets kept Kobe, we wouldn't be talking about Kobe as of right now.
Damn.
I think we would just as a
In
Hornet.
a different light though.
He, you know, that was his destiny.
Yeah.
That was his destiny. Bro.
I mean, anybody who comes into the league, anybody who comes into Mike's league saying I'm finna be better than you,
oh, they all
it don't
did.
it don't matter what
all
team you
did.
put
No,
on.
nobody said that.
They all
Ain't nobody.
So Mike, ain't nobody throw rocks at the throne except Kobe.
Kobe,
And when he
Kobe
challenged him to
was
that
on
All-Star
everything.
game, he's like, dude, I don't give a damn who you are. I'm coming at you off the rip.
Oh, yeah, Kobe was
The first game they had, period, in
I got
Chicago.
you. Like that.
Mike lit him
Let's
up that
go.
game. Mike really embarrassed that boy. But so the crazy thing about that story is, like, think about Kobe and then Mike taking over the team the way he did, playing for Michael Jordan. Like, how would that have worked? You know what I mean? So that'd have been something crazy too.
I think that
That's
Kobe,
been my what if ever since I found out.
I think that if I'm being fair to Kobe's legacy, if I'm being fair to the history of Charlotte at the time, and Michael Jordan became that way after.
Yeah, we are way out.
Was Steph Daddy playing?
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he was with Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It wouldn't have. God wrote that for that man.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it lined up for that man right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I agree.
Anybody else got a what if?
Man, I had one and I forgot it. That
What if we go back to having 2-hour shows?
And what if we played it? What if we played this Dice Shaker record, bro? What
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
think
that's-
about
Yeah,
that?
there you
That's,
go. Yeah,
that's
let's
kind-
go
that's
wrap it
coming
up
up
with
next.
that. Yeah.
All right, so before we do that, we have the final say. So it could be about any topic, something that you want to get out your chest before we about to get ready to end the show.
I'll go last.
All right. My final say, like I said, just if y'all been paying attention to the show so far, and hopefully y'all still tuned in.
Oh, they are. Thank you.
So if you notice, we all about positivity on this set. It's not a coincidence that every person that this dude brought in kind of replaying the same message over and over and over and over again. And I feel like as people, we just need to love on each other more than what we're doing. I feel like we just need to do better at not pointing fingers so much, hold each other accountable. The person that's telling you about yourself, the person that's caring about you, that's the person that really got your back. That's not your enemy. That's the person that care enough about you to say that I don't care about this moment being uncomfortable. I need you to know something about yourself because I see what can happen to you if you continue down this road. So that's all I'm gonna say is keep the real people close to you. They're not hard to find, I'm telling you. They very easy to find. Keep them real people close to you.
Stan, you have anything?
I'm gonna make it as simple as this. Recently, a video of Kobe Bryant surfaced, which the timing of which this video came out is kind of scary. But if just find the video and watch it, just find it.
Oh, I saw that.
Cause bro, when I
The
first
last
watched
game, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was crazy. You talking about the last game when they showed it, or?
it was the video of him talking.
Oh no, I saw one where they said when he checked out the game on his last game when he got 60, he clocked out he put up the peace sign at 4.1, and he died when he's 41.
Damn.
That conspiracy theory.
Man,
Right.
Oh, you know they gonna find some, man.
6 numbers, 7 digits. He was in the Illuminati.
Right.
All right, champ.
I just. What was the question again? I want to make sure I elaborate.
Final say.
Final say, yeah. I just challenge everybody, man, to include myself. I'm speaking of self first. Find your inner mamba and max out. You know, if you're in the first half of your life, if you approaching 38, 35, you're in the first half of your life from a kid to that age. Try to get the most out of that. If you're in the second half of your life, meaning life expectancy is about 75, 80 years old. If you're in the second half of your life, you know what I'm saying, it should be downhill towards the finalizing your legacy. And I think that it's just time for all of us just to put that first, prioritize that. I ain't saying don't have fun, but I think it's just time to prioritize making sure we leave this place better than we came. And that's the legacy you leave.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Mine is very simple to the point this week, and that is thank you, Kobe.
Indeed.
That's it.
Yes.
So this has been the Platform Sports Talk Show. Shouts out to everyone who has tuned in.
Appreciate
all the comments. This has been an incredible show. Champ, thank you again for
Indeed. Thank y'all.
Man, thanks for coming,
providing
bro.
your story, providing inspiration.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I hope a lot of people who watch this show can be inspired, can always look back at this show and say, you know, if I need another picker upper, I can watch this show on 129.20.
Right.
The quicker picker
Right,
up.
right, the quicker. Right.
Put a lumberjack shirt on.
Exactly.
That's
you know,
Barney. That's the
Oh,
difference.
I'm tripping. You're right.
right. But hopefully they
Downey
can be
ain't
able
got no
to,
pressure.
you know, like I said, peep this show out again, and be inspired
Yes, sir.
for bigger things to come.
I'm excited about this track though.
And shouts out to Jake Flynn. He says, great show. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it,
Once
Jake.
again, everyone share this
And
stream.
listen to this track.
Listen to the track.
Hey, my boy can flow, man. I'm telling you. I'm
So
about to
go
say.
ahead and let everyone know about this song before we go ahead and log out.
So this is the first record off my upcoming project called Theory of an Underdog. It's called Dice Shaker. And it's just for anybody who going after whatever they want in life, bro. It's like we not holding back. We not really taking no for an answer. We going through this thing the right way. We getting what's ours, whatever you set your mind on, whatever God showed you, you not waiting for it. You bullying your way through it with all the right logistics. So that's what it's for. We gambling on ourselves. We ain't waiting on nothing. We very aggressive about it.
All right, so go ahead and get it queued up. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth.
And I'm Stan, baby. Had to make
I'm
sure.
B. Baker.
And once again, special guest.
I'm Champ J.
When it's about sports,
It becomes our business.
And business just picked up.
That's wrong. That's not how that's supposed to go. You're supposed to say
when it's
because
about
I said-
sports,
I just
It
tripped
becomes
over that.
our business.
And business just
You see how I let my teammates do what they do? I'm like, hey,
I
look.
did it at the beginning of the show.
You did, and I roll with it.
All right.
No, I roll with it the whole time. I'm like, man, you know what? We're going to have a talk after the show.
And then this is the last time. Yeah. So I feel right.
Man.
all right, so I think it's fitting
Yeah.
that we all, at the same time before this song gets played, say two words that Kobe Bryant said after Game 60 when he put the microphone down on the floor.
Yep.
He had two famous words that we're going to say at the same time
Kill
before
'em
you
all.
go ahead
Oh,
and
I'm
cue,
Remember?
and cue the music.
I thought it was the killer.
1, 2, 3.
Mama out.
For my dogs, I'ma do it all. Fuck it up right now, hope he want it all. Keep a lawyer on retainer, you know the law. Have a nigga jammed up like behind a wall. Oh God, I've been a dice shaker, I'm a gamble on myself. I did it with my niggas, I ain't never asked for help. I've been a dice shaker, I'm a gamble on myself. I did it with my niggas, we ain't never asked for help. I've been a dice shaker, did bird, get stripes, nigga. I've been a dice shaker, through the pan, through the night, nigga. I've been a dice shaker, put that on my life, nigga. I've been a dice shaker, I'm a gamble on myself. I had a vision way back in the sand lot, hooping on the milk crate, hollering out here. Then I had to wait, gang. Then I had to fake change. Then the extra space gang. Kept my grades low, creeping with my pants low. Mask off when I blast out on these dance songs. I done took some L's, think about it fail though. Even working at the gig, I know one day I be lost. So even when I lost, shook hands, kept going. When nobody was knowing, showed up and it was showed them. Did it with the music, did it with insurance. Now I do it with the music, hit them with endurance. This time I'm assuring all my niggas we make it. They don't gotta give a shit on God, we take it. And if they pump faking, we hit them with the flagrant. They don't give us what we want. We lead a scene, nigga, made a vow to the mob, nigga. We gon' see the commas in an excellent fashion. Word to Obama, my niggas fucked up in the hood, still dreaming. might have lost it all, but my dog still scheming. I learned how to follow before I ever led niggas. It was days I ain't eat, but I still fed niggas. I might have got it wrong, never misled niggas. Always solid on my feet, never been a scared niggas. For my dogs, I'ma do it all. Fuck her out right now, bitch, we want it all. Keep a lawyer on retainer, you know the law. Have a nigga jammed up like behind the wall. On God, Flow Studios, but a nigga kept working. Underachieving, it's better known as hurdles. A nigga came up, that's better known as murder. I put my niggas on hold, that's better known as virgin. I been a dice shaker, I'ma gamble on myself. I did it with my niggas, I ain't never asked for help. I been a dice shaker, I'ma gamble on myself. I did it with my niggas, we ain't never asked for help. I been a dice shaker, did it these stripes, nigga. I been a dice shaker, through the night, nigga. I been a dice shaker, I put that on my life, nigga. I been a dice shaker, I'ma gamble on myself.
Nigga, if you ever try to harm us, nigga, just the army. Nigga, if you ever try to harm us, nigga, we're just the army, nigga. Nigga, if you ever try to harm us, nigga, we're just the army, nigga. If you ever try to harm us, nigga.